think I might be able to own a house before I turn 30.
Looks like they have one team maybe. I don't know if they're falling short. Yeah.
Eyes on scavenger contracts.
This one dude's landing with nobody near him, trying to get shit on.
Reposition.
Alright, 2 people landed with him. Alright, I'm going with Joe. Go with
There's
Joe.
one on green.
Eliminate all targets in the AO. Enemy soldier incoming. Enemy UAV overhead.
They're to our right as well.
Supply box
Over this way.
located.
Damn.
Secure.
Moving up.
Decoy out. Oh wait, sorry, I didn't see. I forgot to turn on the speech chat. So are you see here? Saw you were on, so I came here. Wait, I heard you heard of D-Bot TV. How are you doing? What? Sorry. Hey, explain yourself. Oh, hi, Polly. Oh, thanks for coming on. Actually, I'm surprised you came so quickly.
Hey, explain yourself.
Wait, do you want me to turn off the? Oh, this is cool. Um, the process is pretty complicated to understand when you're not used to the sort of concept. Maybe I'll turn this off also. So yeah, I appreciate you coming on here. Actually, so this is an incident that already happened. Oh, do you want to go to the Discord? Okay, sure. Great, great. Thanks. Um, let's see. You don't switch. I don't think I have you on Discord actually. Do you? My thing is the Nathan L hashtag 6135. If you want the link, I don't know actually how to make people. I'm not good at this. How do I give an invite? Invite people. Where do I do this? Oh wait, I'm not even at the right place, am I? How do I go invite people? Invite. How do I do it? Yeah, I know go into your Discord, okay, but where is it? Where is it? I don't know. I don't know. Um, can I find you if I go? Hmm. Okay, thank you. XX redacted. Interesting. All right, let's have a look at this. Alrighty. Whoa. Wait. So there's a bunch of. Oh, the Carl. Okay, so just that's every time. Okay. All right. Great. Great. Where do I go now? Do I go to like general? General. I don't know. That's a sort of the classic thing. I gotta unmute. Allow. Here we go. Hello, we're all just here to find out who the Zeal accept the rules. Oh, so you actually brought people here. Well, thank you. Thank you everyone here for coming. I appreciate that. Although it's not like there's all that many people, but where's accept the rules? Where I'm not even seeing it. Where is it? Oh, here. Okay, rules. Okay, so don't swear, advertising, no. Wait. Okay, don't post malicious. Yeah, okay. Content, don't be toxic, don't cause spam, topics for children, beg for stuff, act maliciously, only play songs like no impersonation of unknown people, cannot have symbols in your name. Okay. As for personal information, you are allowed to misuse spoilers. You can't use your voice to announce any others. You aren't allowed to minimal on the server, not interfering with moderator's duties. Okay. To get access to the rest of the server, you need to react with the. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm pretty slow with this. Okay. Announcement. Okay, well this is really old actually. Okay. Going live announcements. Okay, so now there's okay, so that's actually where the announcements are done. Click the heart, click twice, go to voice chat. Okay, thank you. I'm not seeing voice chat. I'm sorry, I'm not good with this. Oh, this? No, general chat. Is it this? General chat? Here we go. Hey. Like this? Okay. What am I supposed to do now? General chat? Oh wait. Oh wait, what happened? Did I go back? This is so hard. Why is it so hard? What am I supposed to do? Why can't I go back? Can't go back. I don't know. Can't go back. Not working. Not letting me go back. Oh, here we go. Okay. Okay. Great. General. This? Here we go. Is this it? Click on general chat. Oh, general chat. Oh, general chat. Okay. There we go. Finally. Okay, so I think I'm connected. Am I not?
Hello.
Hi, Polly.
Hello, my dude.
Hi, Polly. Do
Can
you
you
hear
hear
me?
me?
I can hear you. I can hear you definitely. Do you hear me?
Okay, good. That's fucking sick. Can you hear me? I can hear you.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
can
Good.
hear you.
Okay. Good. Okay. Fine. So you want to talk about this? This was already a long time ago, you know. So this thing was like 2 months ago approximately. Just when I started off, and it was just stupid. It's because I've got some sort of pretty rigid principles about stuff, and I basically, even if I gets me in trouble, I kind of follow them. And so and I figured I would probably do that, but I'm glad I did it, because now it gives me, like, now I've done it, so I feel like I don't have to do it again. So my idea, and so I was doing this as a stream. It was regarding the stupid.
May I
Go ahead.
interject for a
Yes.
second here?
Yes, absolutely.
So just because you did something a while ago, that doesn't change the analysis, right?
Of course not.
Okay, all right. Well then, feel free to continue.
Yeah, no, of course it doesn't change the analysis. I just mean that, like, with other streamers who'd already seen this before, it was already an old thing that sort of taken care of, so to speak, in whatever way that means. So what happened actually is, so I'd been streaming not for a long time at that point, maybe 1 week actually, at that point. And I mean, I hadn't been getting many people, and suddenly, so I did a stream, and what I titled it, and I did it provocatively, and I know you can maybe argue it's maybe wrong, etc. What I titled it was, all nationalists are Nazis. And my reasoning behind this was that basically, I mean, Nazi, the word Nazi is actually just comes from the first 2 syllables of the word nationalist in German. And of course, it's just a shorthand for then the National Socialist Workers' Party of Germany. And so my idea also was that, if you're, I don't know how to put it. If you're a nationalist, right? Basically, what you care about your country more than other countries. It means that you think your country is better than other countries. It means that your country should benefit at the expense of other countries. And if you believe in that, like, literally, it only makes sense that you'd want to actually expand your country. And, like, literally, you see nationalists actually saying this.
Look,
we should.
I don't give a fuck about any of this. I truly don't give a fuck about any of this.
For context.
There, quiet. Let me just tell you my
Okay.
my fucking concerns, right? Right. One, you have misgendered me by referring to me as an it, and that's not a long time ago. That's recently.
That was not
Moreover,
not on the basis of your being transgender. Okay, that could have been for anyone. I've just sometimes say it to refer to any people. I may have done that. I don't know if I did it to you specifically. It's possible that I did it. I sort of vaguely remember maybe doing it, but again, it's not on the basis of transgender. Okay, it's anyone. Clearly, I could do this for anyone. I do this for everyone, for people whose gender I know I do this.
Wait. So if I were to listen to your stuff, you would refer to frequently as people having its pronouns?
Yeah, I do that. I know they don't like it, but I like it. I wish we'd sort of end up doing that. It's my personal thing, you know. I have my own sort of idiosyncratic way of approaching issues. I think that is sort of the way to deal with, you know. I advocate for hermaphroditism. You know, I've been saying I want to genetically engineer
Oh my
people. So
god,
everyone,
dude! Holy shit!
And
You
I
argue
wanted
for
to-
what?
hermaphroditism. It's literally about making people like literally non-binary, like but like genetically non-binary, if you see what I mean. I think it would be better. So I've said that, and precisely, it would get rid of the issue of sexism, the issue of homophobia, transphobia, because literally there would just be one category of
No,
person.
wait! Stop!
Mhm.
So like your way of dealing with trans people is to literally erase us?
Not erase you, more like make everyone sort of in between. Like it'd be more about making everybody hermaphroditic, right? It's about
What the
everybody.
fuck are you? Oh my dude!
It's about having male and female
My dude,
reproductive
you know how fucking insane.
functions.
Okay,
No,
all right.
this
So
is the thing.
fuck it.
Like,
You know what?
why don't
you know
you
what?
like? Wait,
We need to genetically engineer the human race to
Yeah.
eliminate who we are, like who I am. So like your way of dealing with trans people is like, you know what?
who I am
Everybody
too.
should be hermaphroditic.
Yeah, I don't see why is that offensive? Like it eliminates also the kind of person that I am.
Fuck you.
Hey, what? No, wait, hey, come on. Are you still like I don't understand. It would also eliminate males. It would eliminate females. It would eliminate the whole issue. Why do you find this upsetting? This is just a solution. Also, like the fact that half the people now are women means that women have to have two children on average for the population to be stable. If everybody has the childbearing function, then you only need one child per woman. You know, everybody can bear the burden of gestation. Why? I feel you're not used to these concepts because they don't fit in the sort of main, you know, the things that usually get talked about, and so people have these very quick reactions to what I
don't
advocate
get
for.
it. I don't get the big brain fucking thought behind this. I guess.
It's not.
I guess probably because I'm a woman.
Well, why do you feel? Yeah, so you're a transgender woman. What is the problem of like? Don't you think that it's almost maybe oppressive towards any potential, you know, future hermaphrodites to say that, you know, you don't accept maybe hermaphroditism? Like, why? I just don't understand why there's such resistance to this.
No, look. What you're saying is that it would be better for me if I were to become a hermaphrodite, even though
everyone.
that's not who I am.
And not you. I mean,
No.
future people.
Okay, fine.
Future people.
Stop. You're saying that whatever. You can say everyone all you want, but you're saying that you want to eliminate my gender identity because it doesn't fit with some weird view you have about how people should be. Why don't we just be fucking fair? You know what I mean? Like, why don't we just let, you know, like give women paid time off and men paid time off for like parental rights? Why do we have to do genetic engineering to make things equal? Like, why do we have to ruin humanity in a sense to fit your view of how people should? Listen. Why can't we just be fair to people? Why do we have to engineer people to like be fair? Why can't we just be fair?
Well, we should be fair. We should be fair, absolutely. But my point is that for now we can't engineer that. We can't do what I'm saying I want to do, right? For now we can't do it. So of course for now we have to be fair. For now we have to be fair. For now we have to be fair. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. We have to be fair. I don't disagree with that. My point is that in the long, I was bringing that up just to point out that in the long term, I want people this is my position, so it's not some sort of typical conservative chud or whatever position, you know, regarding this. Like it's nothing like that. Okay, I just think it would be better overall, if we can also, benefit from the sort of from being a mix, like I myself, I feel like I have very many feminine characteristics, not enough to warrant, transitioning to a female, gender and, presentation. But like I feel I'm being limited, as a male, I'm forced to conform to a particular gender identity, and it would be just much easier if I could just if there wasn't these sort of separate categories of people, and if we just let people be how they want to be. And I think it
Can
would
I ask
be
you a question? Why do you use the term hermaphrodism as opposed to just intersex people? Like,
because
why
it's
do
the
you use that
biological.
word?
It's kind of the biological term. It's not. Um, I don't think that if there's a better word, if there's a better sort of because really biologically, my point is that it should be actually biologically hermaphroditic because they're biological organisms that are literally you call them this
Oh,
hermaphroditic.
I see. So you think people should be allowed to fuck themselves and then create kids? Is that the difference? Whereas
Well,
if you're
no.
intersex,
Well,
you have to fuck somebody else?
No, I'm not talking so much about parthenogenesis, which is that is what it's about. I'm saying that anybody should be able to be the man or the woman. Like, you could just be whatever, you just have both functions. I mean, without getting too graphic,
Okay, all right, stop,
like,
stop,
okay.
stop. This is fucking insane. So like, what do you think about? All right, so like maybe when we all upload ourselves to like a video game where we can choose our genitalia, maybe you're onto something. But in real life, right now, like, why would you do
No.
two things? One, why would you use the fucking N-word, right?
Okay,
And
so I was getting
also,
to that.
why would you misgender me? Why would you not just accept me for my like gender identity that I have? Like,
I
you
do
know my
accept you.
fucking gender identity.
I do accept you. And it's not even. Again, what my point is that and it certainly has nothing to do with you. Okay, I've never referred to you as he. I definitely didn't do that. If somebody said I did that, that is wrong. Okay, I did not do that. Or no, maybe somebody else at some point said he, and maybe I just responded to somebody saying he without thinking about it. That kind of thing. I might have once done that. Like it just sometimes stuff slips. It's like because you're just responding to what people are saying, right? I might have done that. There certainly was no intention to do that. And today I've had a grueling discussion with a person who doesn't think that trans people should just be allowed. They doesn't think they should exist. They think that like literally they should be brought to like some sort of mental asylum or something to be re-educated, and it was very harrowing for me. And I, I'm
That
not
was
sure.
harrowing for you, huh?
Yes, it is to see like the oppressiveness of people. I, I'm sorry.
Well, I'm sorry that was harrowing for you.
I'm sorry. I just don't know why. I didn't think I'd actually start. My voice would start breaking like this. But I've been streaming all day. I'm sorry. It just.
All right, look.
No,
I don't
it's
want
okay.
to make your life any worse. I don't want to make you any more stressed out. It might be this conversation is not.
No.
Is like
That's
not.
fine. It's not
okay,
you.
All right.
It's not you. But just
hang on there.
I'm just. Look, I'm fine, okay, but it just you discuss with these people, and it just now I'm tired because I've been streaming like for 10 hours, and you just see this evil and I'm sorry to say this, and then I get called a Nazi for calling out people who think that like homosexuality and transgenderism and stuff should be just completely oppressed, and I I'm sorry. Anyway, so my point is, like, I'm just sick of this. I get banned. I got banned in all these fucking.
Okay, can I ask you a question? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're asking me to ask what is the Gorth? Explain that to me.
Okay, so this is a theory that I found on internet, elaborated by a person called Philip Goddard, just a sort of kind of an independent person. Philip Goddard has this website called clarityofbeing.org, and I just came across it just somehow, and it actually provided an explanation for all these like the supernatural phenomena that like I think there's evidence for this. Like you see people, they're all sorts of. I actually like to think that anecdotes sometimes I like to believe. So when lots of people tell you that something is happening, I am inclined to believe them. And so I've been seeing all these reports. You hear about stuff about clairvoyance, telepathy, precognition, telekinesis, all magical stuff happening. Out of body experiences, near death experiences, that kind of stuff. And I think there's just so many people that are experiencing this, and I've experienced a few sort of things like that myself. And I just think that there is sort of something going on, but I never found a satisfactory explanation. And so then finally I found this explanation. And so the explanation here, the idea is that there's this sort of other sort of compartment of the universe, which is sort of like what you call the astral plane. I'm calling it the Zeld. And so the idea is that basically it's not material, but your quote soul can sort of go into it, and then you sort of mess around, and that's sort of what's known typically as astral traveling. And so the idea is that people not humans, but other sort of human-like intelligent beings.
I have done astral projection.
Really? Okay.
Yes, I have.
Okay.
I know how to do it.
Okay, that is really cool. Although, again, based on this theory, I would strongly, I mean, if it turns out to be true, and I think it's turning out to be true, so I would actually advocate strongly against it, even though it seems really cool. But again, not saying that to be mean or anything. It's just based on what I'm going to say next. And so the idea is that people did this, and they actually created some sort of, I don't know how, that nobody, that we don't know, but they somehow created a weird artificial intelligence, but in this astral plane thing. Okay, so they did it, and unfortunately people thought it would just fizzle out, but instead it kept on growing and growing, and ended up just basically poisoning people's minds. And this is why we have just so much idiocy and so much mutually inflicted suffering among humans, is because there's this evil artificial intelligence that's poisoning people's minds and making people be idiotic and do bad things. And so this is the explanation. And so then, and you can even see in the slogan of my thing, it's "Make the universe great again." It's sort of a joke on Trump's thing. And the idea is that, well, we have to make the universe great again by destroying this Gorth thing, which is ruining our lives and experiences. So that's the Gorth.
Okay, so I mean, I guess I don't really understand how that's relevant. Somebody in the chat asked me to ask you about that. Like, I would understand something from that. I don't know why. I don't know why that would cause me to understand fucking shit. So could you please, if you don't mind, explain to me why or how you use the N-word in an anti-racist context?
Okay, so anyway, going back, so I was doing that stream, and people suddenly started coming up to that stream, coming to my stream, right? The nationalists are Nazis thing. So presumably you understood kind of why that was the case. Hopefully I explained that well enough. And so then I started people saying that and objecting to that, saying, how dare you say that nationalists are Nazis? Nationalism is good, and et cetera, and et cetera. And I kept on explaining that no, and I'm not saying that necessarily, if you're nationalist, you actually want to genocide people, but it kind of, my point was that it stems naturally from it. Okay, so again, you're sick of me saying this. So that was my point, and so I kept arguing, and they just wouldn't listen. They wouldn't listen, and went on for hours. Honestly, they just wouldn't listen. And then this was suddenly, at some point, because people, lots of these troll people like to do this, they suddenly brought up the issue of the N-word, and so then we got onto that, and so then I actually explained my position on this, and my position is a sort of one that is not sort of commonly accepted in leftist circles, and that is that I believe that people should be subjected to the same norms, irrespectively of their race, and that includes things like being able to say.
That's what I was afraid you were going to say. I was afraid you were going to say that.
Yeah. And
okay, so you think it's racist? Hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
Do you think it's racist? Do you think that it's racist to say that only African American people can say the N-word? Like, is it only fair if we can all say the N-word?
I would, yes. I would prefer that nobody say it.
All right, we're done.
Wait,
we're done.
Come on. Can I say anything else? Please. Come on. Can I just, is this really your litmus test?
We're done.
Think about my universal basic income for all Africans. I want a universal basic income for all people in Africa.
Fuck you, dude.
Okay? What do you mean, fuck you? What do you mean? I'm advocating for this. Why fuck you? Like, literally, I'm literally trying to get people enthusiastic for a global policy that would help people. Okay, and I just don't. I think that this idea is somewhat divisive. This idea. Yes, black people have been horribly oppressed. Slavery is horrible. Yes, of course. Jim Crow is horrible. Redlining is horrible. Yes, of course. Of course. We should give reparations to people who've suffered from that. Yes. Look, this is. I'm not contesting that. My point is that if we want to sort of move past this, I don't think it's helpful to sort of have this special status for people. I think it symbolically, like people say this, it kind of weakens you symbolically if you've got this sort of special status, right? And in this case, you have a special status in being able to
Okay, so I would like to
number
talk for
nobody
a
else.
second.
Okay, go.
I would like to talk for a second. Okay, so the reason why, okay, I think you have a fundamental misunderstanding about how humanity works, right? Like, I think you want to convert us all from individuals into widgets, and that's your solution to our problems, including racism, I assume, trans people, I assume, who you want to cure, or you want to make more acceptable by change. Let me fucking finish, okay?
I'm letting you finish. I'm just
shut the fuck up for a second, please. God damn it, you talked forever.
Yeah, because I'm explaining myself.
What you failed to understand. Let me. I asked. Okay. If you interrupt me again, I'm disconnecting. This is very simple. Just stop and listen. I listened to you. Okay. Look. By the way, this is the problem we had in text too. Is you don't shut the fuck up and you don't listen. So here we are again in the same position. You can change things up a little bit here. So what you fail to understand is that in reality, in this society we live in, maybe not the society in your head, is that there are people who are oppressed. Of course you would agree on that. And sometimes oppressed people, there is language directed at dehumanizing oppressed people. For example, the T slur is directed at somebody like me. If you said the T slur, are you saying that you should be able to say the T slur? I sure hope not. You are saying that I should be able to say the N-word because, I don't know, it's all equal, right? But when some people are oppressed, when people have language weaponized against them to further and to further degrade them and oppress them, if they choose to reclaim it on their own accord to try to make it less fucking terrible, so they say it amongst each other, that is a correction for the fucking horrific use of the word, for example, the N-word that's been used against them for hundreds of years. You gotta let them have that. The fact you're unwilling to have that completely shows that you don't understand what it's actually like to be fucking oppressed. So by analogy, you're literally making the same argument that you yourself should be able to use the T slur as well. And again, that shows that you don't understand what it's like to be on the business end of that fucking gun. So explain to me why, now that I've explained to you what the reality is here, why you have the right to say the fucking N-word or any slur against any marginalized person at all in this fucking day and age.
Okay, so you know that there are some hate crimes that are committed against white people. There have been incidents of hate crimes committed against white people.
You're not answering my fucking question.
Wait,
you are now saying that white people are oppressed. Fuck off, dude.
Wait. I'm getting to it.
Off. Answer my goddamn question.
I'm getting to it. Just let me get to it, okay? My point is that I'll answer, but just let me get to it. And like, if you're not satisfied, then tell me that you're not satisfied.
Answer the question. Don't talk about hate crimes against white people. Jesus Christ.
And who's interrupting now, Polly?
You're jigging yourself in a fucking hole.
Polly, who's interrupting now? Okay, look.
Fuck off. Answer the question.
Yes, let me answer it. Okay. My point is that there are some incidents of hate crimes that are committed against white people, yet we consider it acceptable to use racist slurs against white people. And so my point is, if we're going to be consistent about this, why don't we then only allow white people to say racist slurs? I mean, it's not entirely true that white people have always been the oppressors, and like non-white people and non-cis or whatever, like sometimes, your cis straight white people get oppressed for being that. It's rare. Overall, it's not the case. I'm not saying that like, oh, now white people have it worse or women have it better or something. No, it's not, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. But my point is that some white kids get like bullied in like minority majority schools, stuff like that. It does happen, okay? And so I don't think it's really nice. You imagine being a kid in that kind of a school, and you get called like racist slurs for being white or something. I think that's wrong. So I was saying the N-word just to kind of point out this fact that we're actually ignoring, for instance, of course, overall, there's been much more oppression of black people and of trans people and of gay people. Yes, and still now, yes, of course. But we shouldn't just completely discount the fact that there are some like white cis whatever
Please let me
people.
know when I can talk.
Okay. So if I didn't answer your question correctly, then please tell me. So go ahead and talk.
Okay, so what you're telling me is that because you imagine some white kid in a majority minority school being made fun of because he is white, assuming that's the case, you can use the N-word? That's your justification?
If
because some kid might have the problem with it?
I don't want to use it, but I don't think they should be using then racist slurs against white people. I don't think anybody should be using it, but I certainly don't think people should be sent to
You used
prison.
it. How can you say nobody should be using it? You used it.
No, I used it because people are using it. I used it, so if some people are using it, then I don't see why I shouldn't be allowed to use it. Especially, it's very confusing that you hear.
Okay.
I mean, but why don't you have to focus on this one? Like, why do you have to focus on this one? So, like, we agree on so many issues, on practically everything. Okay, so why?
Racism is racism, my dude.
Yeah, but my point is that this is not racism. Okay, this is actually like the problem is that, and this is why then you get then you get all these knee-jerk reactions from all the right wingers, right? Because there's a bit of lack of nuance. I'm sorry to say this. Overall, I agree with all this stuff, but there's a bit of lack of nuance, and if you want to actually ever get conservatives on board, you've got to find the few.
I lack nuance.
The few, but not you specifically. Many people, okay. You want to just.
Well, you're talking to me.
Yeah, but yes, and I'm saying yes, yeah, and I'm saying that to you too. But look, you're criticizing me. I'm criticizing you. This is obviously we have a disagreement here. So yes, we're criticizing each other. Yes, of course. But like, I think it's silly to just focus so much on this issue. But what I also want you to understand is that this potentially, by acknowledging this kind of thing, by acknowledging the things that I'm saying,
it's silly, by the way, comes from an extremely privileged place. Because if like you were to, fucking imagine this, like if you were to argue, and I think I want you to argue this, like why should you be allowed to say the T slur to me? Should I be okay? Should I be like, oh, it's fucking.
Well, what do you mean?
It's like a tiny issue. You know what I mean? Like it's not fair that I could theoretically say the T slur, but you cannot. That's fucking unfair. So if you say it and I get mad, that's a tiny issue that I should just suck up, I guess.
Well, again, I would bring up the fact that we do think it's okay that black people say racist slurs against white people. Okay, so we do accept that, and I think that is unfair. Another thing, if you let me go on, is that I think I don't think we should ban speech. So it's okay to be like deplatformed. If somebody doesn't like your speech, they're allowed to say like fuck off or something. But I don't know, and I don't know if you're going to support what I'm just saying here in this example. But like some people presumably think that you should even be potentially like fined or jailed for saying hate speech, and I don't support that. I mean, I think we should have freedom of speech, even if it's stupid, even if it's ridiculous and hateful and useless.
You're pivoting.
Not meaning
just address what we're talking about. Just address what we're talking about. I'm not talking about criminal laws. I'm not talking about...
Tell me.
So this is a very easy thing to understand, and I don't know why. I don't know why this is so hard for you. So let me ask you a question. Did you go to school in a majority minority school and were you made fun of for being white?
No, I didn't, but it happens to others.
Okay, well, then you're arguing about a hypothetical that doesn't apply to you.
It doesn't apply to me.
I would submit. Shut up. I would admit that, or I would submit that a kid who has gone to a majority minority school might be better suited to speak to this and perhaps maybe even understand the power difference that results in them being spoken to in a way they might otherwise find objectionable. But you're not there. You're not there. Like, you are assuming this like set of facts, and you're arguing on behalf of somebody who you do not know. It's not you, and you do not know. And I mean, you have the fucking gall to argue about this against somebody who is literally you. I mean, I'm the target of slurs daily, multiple times a day. And you're saying, look, if the fucking worst ass transphobe in the world can throw the T slur at me, you should be allowed to say it too. That's literally your argument.
My argument is that we should that there is no perfect solution. I think it was also just based
How
more
about
on
not
that.
say it? How about not say it? And
Okay, and
don't say the word.
and I
That
don't,
seems like
I don't say it.
okay. We're
I,
done. We're
wait,
done.
wait, I
I'm
don't, I
fucking
don't say.
tired
I've
of
never
this.
said
I'm
it.
tired.
I've
This
never
is
said
bullshit.
that. I've never
This is
said
a
that Cicero.
dumbass argument. You're
I've
just
never said
not getting
before.
it.
I've never said before the N word. I've never said before the N word. I never said it since. I said it specifically in that context. I wasn't even using it to refer. I was just saying
Yeah,
it. I
but you're
wasn't using it to
literally
refer
arguing why
to
that
black
was all
people.
fucking pog, and it's
And
fine.
another thing I was saying is that to focus like specifically
Another thing.
another point I was making is that by make a specific word taboo, it can actually, and I know this is contentious, I don't necessarily know if this is the right sort of position or not, but there
I
is
got
a
my
case
clicker on the
there.
disconnect button.
Okay, look, there is an argument to be made that if you make a word taboo, it's like all these bad words, you know, it's like these words like, you know, all the
Why don't you
swear
just
words,
not say it? Why is it? Why are you
words,
coming up with a million different arguments
because
to give yourself permission or
because it
other
could
people to
hurt,
say something that you could just choose not to say?
because it could
Why
actually
can't you?
hurt
Why
people,
do you have to have? It can have.
because
It can
I'm
hurt
worried that it
people
might hurt.
because you can't say the N word.
In any case, it's not about me specifically. Okay, I don't give a shit about it. I don't say it. Okay, I don't care if I can't say it. Like, it's not specifically about me, and it's not going to affect my everyday like life if I don't say it, because I don't say it in any case, right? So it's more the idea that if you make a certain thing very taboo, the other thing is that it makes the word stronger, right? It's like all these swear words, they're strong precisely because they're
You know
taboo.
what?
You
Let the
see,
marginalized people decide that for themselves. Why do you have to tell them what language is acceptable to be used against them and what is not?
yeah, okay, but I also, you know, I've seen black people actually
Okay,
stating,
fuck them. I'll
wait,
decide on my own thing. That's what you're
no,
saying.
no. I'm saying that I've also heard these, you know, groups of people that have had slurs adapted to them that saying that very point, that actually it might, not necessarily, it might be better if we just had everyone say, just like the N word is often said in songs in a non-deprecative fashion, and often not used in a
Okay.
racially specific fashion, right? It's often used to just sort of as buddy, or sometimes it's used maybe a bit as an insult, but not on the basis of race, just sort of as this word, sort of like dude or like dummy or something like that. You know, it's that kind of thing, or brother or friend. It can have lots of different meanings like that. And I was thinking maybe this actually might be the way of making this word less toxic, less powerful. Um, okay, and floof. There's somebody, I see somebody's floof here. Um, but they're just not understanding. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, Polly. Okay. Well, that's it. That's it.
What's that sound? You want to give me a hug? Why? What's up, Nathaniel? I don't see it. Is that it? Oh my god, let's fucking go. Oh, I'm one of the few that hasn't banned you yet? Well, you're welcome. I'm not a leftist. I don't know what else to say. Dude, I just got fucking C4. This is ridiculous. Let's go. I'm glad I didn't decide to go, Oh, I don't demonize. Well, yeah, whatever. I mean, people are fucking childish. We live in a society full of fucking children. I'm not, like, saying that I don't have, like, times where I act like a child, too, but, dude, it's, like, it's kind of, like, scary how bad it is. Fuck, I don't think I can get in. Fuck. I got a fucking Thompson, dude. Let's go. I just want to get in my base. I'm gonna have to hide a lot of this shit then. Until I can get enough shit to get into my base. Actually, I think I can. Wait, that was the wrong type of box. Fuck. I think I can get in. What the fuck? Where? I didn't even notice that. Let's go. Holy shit. Wait, what? Who's trying to send people to jail for being gay? The evil alt-right wingers? There we go. I cannot believe that I got these two guns. Let's go. And C4. That's just nuts. Oh my god, that's nuts. I can't make it. And I can't make it for a while. But holy shit. I'm gonna have to figure something out with this. Because I want to be able to leave my base. But I also want to go upstairs. Well, you're welcome for not being an asshole, I guess. For being normal and not like not childish. Okay. That's so
look.
fucking sick. Let's go.
Oh well, you got
See
people. I got people here.
rifle ammo.
Oh, fine.
That'll come in handy. Alright. So the plan
All right.
was, if I remember correctly.
Oh hi. Is anybody still here? Actually, I didn't see it. Yeah. Yeah. They lash out, but it's funny how they lash out. Hi. Anyone who's viewing. Actually, hi. And anybody here? It says I got 5
Go to
viewers, but maybe I
Swordbridge.
didn't see it because I didn't turn on. I didn't turn on the speech chat. I forgot to turn on the speech
Can I
chat.
get out? Please let me out.
I was in tears lol.
Man.
Oh, now I'm getting it.
At that point I was like, yeah, Nathan gave up on all rationality.
No, not on rationality. I just gave up on trying to convince that person that with rational. I gave up on that person's rationality. That's what happened. Like literally that was the only thing.
Face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's horrible. And meanwhile I got banned from like 3 leftist chats today, of course. But they're just horrible
What
people
were
everywhere.
you two even arguing?
I
Who?
will say I'm a little
Pa-
confused
Polly
as to
or-
what, like common decency is. Like where the
Pa-
fuck? What happened?
Do
Like,
you mean with Polly,
treating
or do you mean
people
with like
respect.
other people? I don't know who you're.
Just
Yeah, you and
basic
Polly.
common decency. Not even
The fact that I
like,
said the N word, and I said it. They're actually
anything too insane,
why
just
letting
not
like
being a piece of
black people
shit.
say the N word and not letting other people say it is maybe not actually a
So
great
weird.
idea.
I don't
Um,
understand.
And also, especially if you let black people say like racist slurs against white people, I think that it
Honestly,
creates
I think
resentment.
it's because you are low-key gaining a lot of popularity.
Yeah.
I'm a leftist, but I think slurs depend on context.
Well, so my position on slurs is that I don't like slurs, but I think they should be legal, A. And B, I don't really like this sort of double standards of like black people being able to call white people racist slurs, but
What
white
is a
people not
white
being able
people
to.
slur?
Wearing this wetsuit. I don't wanna
LOL.
wear the wetsuit.
Like the C word,
I
right?
wanna wear my
And the
new-
H word.
well, should I wear my new clothes?
Like the H word and the C word.
Nah, fuck it. Let's wear the wetsuit.
Like, yeah, they're like racist slurs, and there've been like attacks on people. They've been attacks. There've been deadly attacks.
Is there
There've been
green-
deadly
There's
hate
green
crimes
at
against
Harbor,
white
right?
people.
This is large Harbor.
Multiple
Yeah, there's a
ones,
green room
but nobody
there.
ever mentions
Let's go
them, of
there.
course. But
It's 2021, nobody uses the H word.
except that sometimes they do, and the point is
You
that
mean
yeah,
hick?
no, that hick is not a racially specific, or it's a bit, you sort of evokes a white person, but it's not racially specific. No, the H, I can't say
That's
it.
just weird.
It's a slur. I can't say it.
Who cares about
The thing that you do on your car, you
other
know, on the
people
steering
doing
wheel of your
this.
car,
Honky actually has an
you
origin.
can't say it. You can't say it. I thought this
Although,
I thought
did
this
you
thing was
see
banned.
There's a
How
song
d- how
that
do
came
I-
out of
How do I?
the San Francisco Choir.
Oh no, how do I do this?
Where they said that
Yo.
they're gonna convert your children.
Oh, hi, Bo,
Let's
your mama.
talk.
They made a song.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like,
do you want to
"We
talk?
will convert
Oh, do you
your
mean like on Discord,
children."
or do you mean just
About,
like on?
like to be
I mean,
gay.
we can go on Discord if you
San
like.
Francisco, like,
Or
gay
is
choir.
that what you mean? Or otherwise
Shit
just
was
on
up.
here.
I
we
can
talk.
tell you how the word
That
honky
was a
came
little
about.
weird
Okay.
and creepy. I'm not gonna lie.
At DR Joe
It's not
Mama
'cause they're
debate me
gay, it's
bro.
'cause, like,
Yeah,
it
give
was
me
weird
a
and
sec
creepy.
and I'll call you on Discord.
Why don't you want to debate me, Charnlisi? Okay, let's go on Discord. Joe Mama, where's? Oh, there he was. Wait, which is your thing?
need more.
I don't actually know your. What does it look like? Wait. Oh, there we are. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Well, if you want, you can talk about how the word honky came about.
Where is it?
Wait. I'll mute this. Wait. This is muted.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
TBH, I think you're way too self-centered in your ideas to actually be worth talking to.
Huh. Thanks.
Athena Thanel.
Well. I think that is. Oh, you haven't been banned. I think I'm gonna
Post
ban
a
you.
link in your Discord.
Yeah. Well. Fuck off. Post a link in my Discord. I don't actually know how to do
Post
this.
a link of our Discord.
Oh, well, I just it's the Nathan L hashtag
At
6135.
Hornlazy tomorrow or Monday for sure.
The Nathan L hashtag 6135. You know this here. I don't know how to do it otherwise. It's for some reason it's not. It's not
Athena
obvious.
Thanel hashtag 6135.
But anyway, we've got it. We're together on this thing. I just have to call you, right? I just have to call you. But do you want me to call you? Do you want me to start voice call? I can do this, right? I mean, I can do this.
It's funny how leftists always go for personal attack. It's when they can't attack arguments instead.
Hey, are you there, Joe?
Hey, yeah. Hold on. Can you mind if I add my buddy to this call too?
Sure, go
So I
ahead.
was just talking.
Go
All
ahead.
right, cool. Hold on, let me drag him in.
Yeah, I don't know how to
this.
do it, but if you know how to do it, go ahead. Like,
I know how to do it. Can you not show Discord on your stream now? Because it has his real name on
okay,
it. So
okay. Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I'm not showing it. Not showing it.
I don't care. I don't care.
Uh-oh. I'm not hearing anymore.
I don't know about him. Yeah, Christian, here you're in the call.
Oh.
He called me a little prematurely, but that's fine.
Yeah. I'm sorry I called you too early. Yeah.
No problem.
I don't mind. Yeah, give me 1 second, Nathan.
Yeah, no problem. No problem at all. But yeah, today was pretty wild. Pretty wild for me.
All right.
I've been streaming for like 11 hours at this point, I think.
Here we go. All right, so you might hear some people in the background. I have some friends from Florida over.
Okay.
But let me be honest with you, Nathan. I saw your discussion with Polly person.
Oh yeah.
And I really couldn't help myself. I had to get on my computer and talk to you.
Okay.
So even though, by the way, I don't know if this is going to annoy you or not, but
yeah,
I have a lot of women over right now.
That's fine. It will mildly annoy me. It's not
But
going
anyways,
to more than that.
https://discord.gg/edfhctv.
Oh, you can't hear me? You can't hear me?
You gotta leave the call and rejoin.
What?
Your mic's fucked up.
What? No. What do you mean? No. Do you not hear me? Do you not hear me? Hey.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, you know. Yeah, but yeah, I got a few women over, Nathan. So I don't know if you hear me in the background. I'm sorry.
Do you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me. I guess. What do you want? What do you want to talk about?
Huh?
What do you want to talk about?
Oh yeah. So, anyways, I saw your discussion with the Polly person.
Yeah.
And I thought it was fairly interesting. And I had to. I wanted to do maybe like a recap real quick. Firstly, how did that conversation even start?
So it started because I've been basically stream sniping people, which means that while I'm streaming, I go into other streams and then interact with them by commenting onto the streams. And so I decided to go onto. So I decided to go onto Poly people, on Poly, and then I basically just said hi, and then immediately she she asked me if apparently I had misgendered her, and then sent a follower of mine to go to her stream, misgender her, and which is not true. So I said as much, but then somebody else brought up the fact that I had said on a previous chat the N word, and which again, was sort of the big issue that I had at the beginning of my streaming. And so then this was news to her. She didn't know about that. So then she immediately banned me. So then I sent a whisper to her, and I said, "Come on, like another, U.S. Did somebody just follow? Okay, the final salute. Oof. Okay, so the person." So the final solution to the JQ has just followed me. Thank you potentially for following. I'm not sure. So anyway. So anyway, then I sent a whisper saying, "Look, USA whole understands where I'm coming from."
Really, really quick question.
Okay.
Does it bother you that you have a lot of like nationalist right wing troll people follow you?
No, I actually like it because basically my policy proposal is pretty much everything that they fear and loathe. Okay, so
I see. Okay.
My point is,
that's true.
I'm basically not afraid. I'm basically not afraid of pissing the leftists off because I know that in the long run they'll come to see the light. What I'm afraid of is the right wingers because we have like this is what I was telling Polly. Like literally, we agree on almost everything. Like no, maybe not almost everything, but we agree overall on the sort of basic direction of things. Overall, my thing would be probably considered much more leftist. I like to say I'm a centrist, but I'm definitely not the kind of centrist that typically gets called centrist. I want a global society with a global universal basic income, an income cap, a wealth cap. This is not right wing stuff typically, okay? So my fear is getting the difficulty is getting the right wingers to like this. So precisely, I've been doing everything I can to seem as right wing as possible, precisely for this very purpose. Because fundamentally, it's a lot harder to get right wingers on board with this kind of thing than left wingers. So this is why I'm doing that, and this is why you'll see some sort of weird videos that seem like very alt-right video clickbait kind of titles. This is why I'm doing that. This is why I'm doing that, and I'm satisfied with the result, even though sometimes it is kind of frustrating, and I sort of ban them from time to time.
Let me say this. Oh, you know what? Maybe I should capture your stream. Hold on. Let me do this.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a second here.
It's also my thing gets.
I'm doing this really impromptu.
I'm gonna post this on YouTube afterwards normally.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but yeah.
Wait, am I gonna be a YouTube star?
Well, not a star. You're gonna have like 5 views on a YouTube video. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
So, anywho, what I was gonna say is, Nathan.
Yes.
Fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say. Fuck. Sorry. This is really impromptu. Like I said, my. Oh, so when you're talking to it said tell Dr. Joe Mama to send an invite. No, fuck you, dude. I'm talking to Nathan. This is. Oh yeah. What I was gonna ask is you love I saw you asking Frankly Amazing to hug you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Or you said you wanted to hug him.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you want to hug me?
Yeah. Also.
Okay, because you said it was because he never banned you from his stream. But I just wanted to say I've never banned you from my stream, and I think I platform you more than he does.
Yeah, but I just haven't been seeing you like streaming as much because I think you stream like on like just chatting or something maybe. Or like I
don't know. I just don't stream very often. But
okay.
Let me ask
so
you this too.
That's why.
If
I would have said the same.
You wanted Frankly Amazing to hug you,
yeah.
But I'm nicer to you than Frankly Amazing. What would you want to do with me?
What kind of question is this?
I'm wondering. Can you please answer?
I'll give you a sort of more. I want a longer and more intense hug.
Like with my penis inside you?
No, not that kind.
Okay, well, so you're homophobic, but all right. Well, anyways.
Okay, I'm homophobic.
If you're not willing to have sex with me, you're homophobic.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, I guess I'm homophobic.
All right, well, at least you admitted it. Chat, please clip that. I'm going to take that from your VOD later. I need that as a voice clip.
Okay.
Anywho, so this that conversation with Polly, before I get into the part where you seem to kind of have like a mental breakdown a little bit.
Oh yeah, that was weird. I wasn't expecting that.
I wasn't expecting that either. No. You have gay sex on me, St. Jordan? All right, I accept. Anywho,
Yeah.
I'll accept enthusiastically. So that whole conversation, you mentioned that we shouldn't have any pronouns, and that the only sort of pronoun that we should use to refer to people is it.
Yeah, that would be the ideal solution. Yeah, the final solution.
Why is that the ideal solution? Let's not use the term final solution. Why would that be the ideal solution?
Because that way you finally stop worrying about these different categories. See, I'm anti-categories of people. I'm anti-tribalistic. I'm anti-sort of identitarian. I'm anti-group stuff. I'm pro-individualism. And basically, if you're being pro-individualism...
The thing is, Nathan, everyone is different.
Okay, that's my point. My point.
You're always going to have different... So here's the thing is we cannot have... Not everyone can be the same. No matter what, right? So I'm not sure, like, we're always going to have identities and different descriptors that differ from other people. There's
names.
Always going to be some sort of... Huh?
That's why you have names. You've got names. Pronouns is to simplify.
Right, to differentiate ourselves.
You differentiate yourself through names. Pronouns are meant to simplify speech. So you simplify speech with a pronoun. But then if you invent a bunch of different pronouns, then that kind of defeats the purpose of having a pronoun. Then you might as well just use the name of the person.
What I'm trying to say is it's interesting because if you're trying to make everyone the same, I feel like you kind of have to go all the way to eliminate tribalism. Like, we literally have to all be gray blobs. I'm just kind of confused.
No. It's actually the quite the opposite. This is the problem is that people aren't even.
Is the opposite? We'd have to go the opposite direction.
If I answer Boston, am I no longer be in contact with you? Do you hear me now? No, this killed my Boston. This killed my thing. Am I still here? Okay, am I still here? Am I back? Back?
Oh, hey, there he is. He's back.
Yeah, because Boston called me, and unfortunately, it killed this thing. I wasn't sure, so I just Boston, you killed my thing. I
see.
Okay.
Let me capture this window here.
Okay, so because people are not used to, they're not used to thinking things in the way they do, and they're just used to thinking in a very sort of simple dichotomy. Boston, stop it, or I'll ban you. Okay, Boston.
He's gonna ban you. Watch out.
Okay, like Jesus, Boston. It kills my call. If you call me, then it kills my thing with Joe Mama and someone else. Sorry, someone.
Why do I use browser Discord? I'm not using browser Discord. This is me capturing his stream. I'm using this is him. This is his Discord.
Yeah, I'm using browser Discord. I'm
capturing his stream. I'm not using browser Discord.
But I am, yeah. But anyway.
Yeah, I downloaded it.
Yeah, like
also,
anyway.
Why the fuck are you judging me? What? Who gives a shit? Even if I did. Yeah, he's the heretic, not me. I downloaded that shit. We're good.
Yeah, I did, but I like having it on browser actually. It's
okay, but you're wrong. That's not the only thing you're wrong about. But
fuck! Wrong. Now I showed that was his real name. Sorry, fuck! I showed your real name. It's fuck. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. We'll delete the video and we'll never talk about this incident again.
Okay, that's good.
I don't.
Wait, you can't delete the video. You got to post it on YouTube.
Yeah, but then it's gonna show the name.
Are you doxing me?
Well, I'm sorry. I've got your name on stream.
Oh,
I'm so sorry.
Come on, man.
I'm so sorry. I forgot.
It's okay.
Well, maybe it's not. You're saying it's okay.
We won't report you this time.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, we'll spare you.
No, that's not okay. Sorry about your recording, though.
Yeah. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, you're gonna have to delete everything. Well, so I don't see what I got a solution. Why not just call people by the pronouns that they want to be called by?
Yeah, and I've done that. I've been calling Polly she all the time, just because literally it's a habit.
So then what issue is there?
There wasn't an issue. I said that maybe like once I called her it, just because sometimes I call people it because I think we should be striving to call people it more.
But it is an inanimate object.
Yeah, but
you refer to inanimate objects as it.
Third person singular.
She wants to be referred. No, they don't. But she wants to be referred to as a she.
Okay, what if she wanted to be referred to as the N-word? What if that was her pronoun? Should I then start saying the N-word as the pronoun to refer to her? Okay.
See, this is why I like talking to you, because you say the wackiest shit.
But
if she wanted to be called the N-word, firstly, it would probably be not a serious request.
but what if it was?
Secondly,
what if it was another person who wanted? Yeah.
Then she would be ridiculed by society, because there are some things that are okay in society. There are some words that are not okay in society, and the N-word is not okay in society. And so, if she, as a white female, wanted to be referred to as the N-word, we would not refer to her as the N-word, because that word is not considered to be okay in society. But the word she is a word that's okay in society. You can call her a she, and she doesn't want to be referred to as the N-word. She wants to be referred to as a she, but you refer to her as it, apparently.
No, I normally refer to her as she. I said occasionally.
You said that.
Occasionally. No. I said normally I refer to her as she.
You refer to her as it.
I might people in general, and maybe likely her, because I try to refer to people as it more. I'm trying to strive to it's not natural. I'm striving.
You're referring to people as an inanimate object. That's stupid. Listen, if you referred to me as an it, I would think you're a fucking moron. Well, I already think you're a moron, but I would think that you're more so a moron than I already thought previously.
What if she wanted?
Right.
What if she wanted?
Which doesn't really make sense to me. But
what if the what if the thing was called like something super long? Like what if she wanted to be called like Tyrannosaurus Rex, as a pronoun? What if I had to say that?
She doesn't. She wants to be referred to as she.
But what?
That's the point. All these examples you're giving are ridiculous.
My point. No, it's not ridiculous. My point.
Nathan, listen.
No.
You are so fucking no. You are so fucking rational.
Yeah, I am.
She wants to be referred to as a she.
Yeah.
Right. Then what the fuck is the issue with that?
Because it's complicated in the language.
As a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
It's complicated in the language. I don't want to have to learn a bunch of different pronouns. I want to have one third-person singular pronoun. Yeah, but it complicates things needlessly. It complicates the language, and so I prefer.
It doesn't, because she just is asking you to call her a she.
There's loads of other things.
What about that is complicated?
There's tons of other things. Okay, like right now I'm reading I'm reading Wikipedia article. There's the word was. See, I'm in favor of analytical languages, which means that there's no inflection in any words. So I'm in favor of completely eliminating inflections, which is pretty much what they do in Chinese. You've got no inflection, so you don't have things like conjugation. You don't have was. You have be. You have if you, instead of saying the Melissa King assault case was an incident in Cleveland, Ohio, which is what I'm reading right now, you say the Melissa King assault case be an incident in Cleveland, Ohio, and then you could say in the past. If you wanted to say that was in the past, then you actually have to say in the past. It was be in the past.
And you know what? This has nothing to do with her being.
Yes, it does.
It does.
No, it does absolutely.
But let me also say,
not accepting inflection, accepting inflection in language. She wants an inflective language. I don't like inflective languages.
When I was like 14, and there were trans people that wanted to be called they or them.
Yeah.
Right. And I said, when I was like 14, I was like, oh, I don't want to call them they or them. I will anyways, but I don't want to, because it refers to a group of people, or refers to a plurality.
Exactly. That's why I don't like the thing.
More.
That's why I don't like
it. Wait, hold on a second. You don't like that, but you are referring to people as objects.
No, we should change it to refer.
Call her it.
Yeah, no, because we should that. It makes much more simple. Third person singular. Again, third person singular. It makes much more sense to just refer to it as a.
No, but it doesn't refer to a third person singular. It doesn't. It refers to an object.
But it's a third person singular object.
There's no unisexual pronoun in the English language.
There should be. That's my point. There should be.
But
Just like
not.
Yeah, but look, just like there should be. I like it. I like it. Well, they have the G thing, right? They have the G that took, but then there's the inflection regarding that,
then
right?
Use that.
Yeah, but the problem there is that
because you're the only one. You're the only one using the word "it" to refer to people, and everyone else thinks that you're a fucking moron.
But I like it. I don't care. They can think I'm a moron. Okay. I don't like. I like simple languages. I like languages that are simple. Chinese is good in that respect. It's stupid in using its characters, but
listen. Most people do. Referring to your chat, most people do use they them to refer to a person in third person, because we don't have another. We don't have a unisexual third person pronoun, and I don't give a fuck if you don't like it, Nathan. This world doesn't revolve around you. But
Well, I don't give a fuck that you don't give a fuck that I don't like it.
All right, that's fine. But everyone else disagrees with you. You're like the only guy. Well, actually, that's a lie because all these fucking wacky right wingers on the internet also refuse to call Polly a she.
Yeah, except that for me, it's not specifically to Polly. I want to call you it also. Okay, this is the difference.
Yeah, but I also think that's really stupid because I'm a dude.
Yeah, but I want to call you it. I see you as an inanimate object. I see you as an object. I object to
Oh, you see me as well, there it is, folks.
You're a sex object. You're a gorgeous sex object.
Yeah. God, you are so rational, Nathan. I can't get over that fact.
Yeah, I know. It's just dazzling. People just can't handle it. I know.
Yeah. So you don't want to refer to people as they or them. That's not the unisexual one term fits all pronoun. Because it doesn't make sense to you. But calling them people objects makes sense. It doesn't make any sense.
Actually,
it's
no,
so
wait,
ridiculous.
Wait.
It's so fucking irrational.
I could. I could.
All right, yeah.
Use they.
What's the magic one?
I could use they. If we then decide to also choose all first person as we, and all, like, we already have you, which is the same in plural and singular, right? You have you, but that's a problem, right? Because then you don't know if you're referring to plural or singular. So it's sort of a pain, and that's why people now say like y'all or you guys.
Really, because context matters. And you know what? If you started referring to people as they or them, people would have much less of a problem.
Yeah. Well, you could do that.
But then also,
then you'd have
you know what? The other people.
They.
And you know what? I don't even think that people really have much of a problem with you calling a person it, even though that's really fucking weird. I think it's more of the implication that you really just don't want to call a her.
Yeah, but it's not that because I've been calling her. I've never said he. Okay, I never said he for Polly. Okay,
right. But you did say it.
Yeah, and to a bunch of other people too. I've said it to like Boston, who I know is a he. Okay, I said it about Boston Strong, who comes to chat with me. I remember saying it to refer to Boston Strong.
Listen, St. Dornley, I understand that it's immensely rude to call people it because it's referring to people as objects. But like, I'm just saying that also the implication that he's refusing to call her a her is like might be more rude.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. They're focusing on the fact that it was Polly specifically, but no, it's not Polly specifically. It's anyone, and it might have been her also as a result. See, it's not specifically. Not specifically. Hey, there's plenty of people that have come onto my chat and said like, "Look at that dude" and stuff. You know, I was like, no, don't. I didn't. I sort of somewhat let them comment because I let lots of weird sort of stuff get commented because otherwise I would have literally nobody commenting.
Well, you comment a lot of really weird shit on Twitch,
but not that kind of
verbally.
Weird. I don't actually do that. I don't do that.
Oh, well, I don't know that.
What do you mean? I don't. I have not referred to like trans women, people who are like biologically male and who have transitioned into becoming female, in presentation, if not in actual, genetics. I refer to them as she. I'd refer to them as she, and sometimes, as I've said, as it, just because I think everybody it'd be better to refer to everyone as it.
Hey, thanks for following, dude. Let me ask you this: what's your obsession with the N-word, Nathan?
It's not an obsession. I mean, it's.
Well, you bring it up a lot.
No, I don't. Other people bring it up a lot. I basically
I haven't brought it up a single time until you started talking about it.
What? You
I heard you bring it up in Polly's chat.
No, Polly.
Then,
no.
And then you brought
Polly
it up. You brought it up with the conversation with me.
Polly brought it up. Polly banned me from her chat.
You just brought it up with me earlier, so.
I think you did, and it's because we were talking about it in Polly's chat.
You actually did because of the context. No. You actually brought it up because I said, why do you refuse to refer her as a she? And you said, well, what if she wanted to be referred to as the N-word? That's what you said.
Okay.
I didn't bring it up.
Okay.
Why do you want to use the N-word in conversation so many times? Like, I don't understand.
Because it's sort of like Hitler, it's the epitome of evil. Hitler's the epitome of an evil person. The N-word is the epitome of an evil word, like that you can't say. The epitome of taboo. The epitome of taboo. Okay, so that's why
you haven't said it, right?
What do you mean? What?
You haven't said it on stream or anything, right?
I did say. That's why I got suspended for a week at the beginning, early on, like 2 months ago.
You actually did say it on stream. Wait, why did you say it on stream?
Okay, so that was my conversation with Polly. That was why we're having the conversation on Polly, literally. Because I went on her chat. Somebody then quickly brought up he said the N-word on stream. Then Polly immediately banned me.
Yeah, but why? Hold on. Why did you say it on stream?
And so why did I say it? To bring up the double standards, which actually is harmful to everyone of all races. It perpetuates racialism. It perpetuates divisions in races. Because what you're doing is you're treating black people as a sort of privileged group, the sort of special status group. And what you're also doing, you're also letting them say racist slurs against European type people, and so you're creating a huge double standard. There are exactly, and this is what I was bringing up Melissa King here. Melissa King was assaulted, but based on this beat up a white kid day. Okay, there was a poor little 13-year-old white girl that was beat up by 18 other kids because they were racist against her because she was white. Okay, this is one example. Other people have been murdered.
I don't care about that example because it's so irrelevant to the use of the N-word.
No, my point.
It's about like, yeah, listen, there are some racist people. I do think that racism against white people is a thing, okay? But hold on. What do you think? It's okay to use the N-word in private conversations? I would say, no, but you're not going to hurt anyone if no one finds out. So,
Yeah, that's kind of my position.
But
what do you think?
I don't think it's okay to use.
Okay, but do you think it's okay for people to be using like racist slurs against white people, in particular when they actually also like beat up on white people?
Depends on the racist slur. It also depends on the context.
Yeah, but
it also depends on no, it's not okay to use racist slurs against white people if they're trying to harm the white person's feelings. But it's also if I called another white person a cracker, that's fine.
I'm not sure you can say that.
If I'm I'm not hurting his feelings. I just said it on stream.
You just said the C word on stream. I could get in trouble.
You said the C word?
Oh no, the C word!
You just said the C word.
Also, hey, what's this, Nathan? What's this about the H word? What's that? I saw that in your chat.
Yeah, the H word. Please don't say the H word either. Don't say the H word. That's a racist word. It's a racist slur against white people. Against European people.
What is it though? I don't
know. I know what you're talking about.
It's the thing that you do with the steering wheel of your car when you press on it.
Honk? Oh, honky.
Yeah,
don't say it.
For some white people,
don't say it. What? Yes. Well, don't say it.
And also, I'm Jewish, right?
Okay.
And what if I called another Jew like, "Oh, you dirty Jew"? I can say that. You can't say that, right? But I can say that, and it just depends on the context, right? Now, if I said that to a person that they didn't know my grandparents were born in Jerusalem, they didn't know, or we weren't friends, or whatever, then yeah, that's bad. If a black person calls another black person the N-word, and they're doing it casually and in a friendly manner, that's the context matters significantly. It's not the same as the example you gave of like black people beating up a fucking white girl in some neighborhood or something. I don't even understand the relevance of that.
The relevance
it has nothing to do with black people being racist to white people. It has nothing to do.
The relevance is that the idea that basically.
Do I think anti-Semitism exists? Yeah, of course I think anti-Semitism exists.
So my point is that there's this idea that it's okay for black people to say racial slurs of white people, but not the other way around. And I think that's wrong. And so the basis for the justification for this is that black people are always oppressed by white people, and it's never the other way around. And that's a mistake. White kids get white people sometimes are victims of hate crimes. Okay, this happens. White kids often get like beaten up or bullied, not necessarily beaten up, but bullied.
Wait, hold on. Sorry, I'm Nathan. Why do I think anti-Semitism exists? Because I think some people are anti-Semitic. There you go. There's a pretty good answer to that.
Yeah, like literally that is a thing. That there is anti-Semitism, of course.
Okay. Of course. Anywho, I'm not going to entertain that conversation because it's really fucking stupid.
Was this the final solution?
It's a really,
person?
really vague. No, this is Newman Leary or something.
Oh yeah, I think that person has a record of bans from my thing. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I really don't give a shit. So
yeah.
Anywho,
massive chud.
But white people are oppressed. Black people are not as oppressed as white people because white people aren't allowed to be racist anymore.
What? No. What do you say? No. No. I didn't. My point is that sometimes black people oppress white people, and so you lose that
Oh,
justification.
and sometimes white people oppress black people.
Yeah, of course.
I don't
Of course.
think. What does oppression mean to you? Because black people aren't really oppressing white people. I'm very confused.
They are. Like if you're in a,
How so?
if you're a kid in a majority black school and you get bullied all the time, you're being oppressed by black people on racist grounds. Absolutely. So like that happens. Okay. So
You're being
like,
oppressed on racist grounds.
yes, it's racial oppression, it's racial discrimination, it's racism. It's like literally this thing happens. So if you're, if you're on
So one individual gets bullied, and
It's
that
not
is
one.
oppression against white people.
That's always
Well,
at this point, this is what it is.
this is a very, very niche example. You understand?
It's not
that,
a very
right? Like,
niche.
this is
It's
not
not
a
very.
widespread
It's
issue.
not a very niche. No, who's calling me? I'm
But,
not.
but
I'm
it
not gonna,
is.
I'm not going to answer. Boston.
Well,
No,
Nathan,
Boston.
Nathan,
no, Boston.
you
I'm not gonna
understand
answer.
that. Nathan, you understand that 13%, or maybe it's 14% now of the population is black. It's extremely rare for he's right. It happened in my school. Yeah, and it happened to you in your school. I'm sorry about that, dude. Sucks that you got bullied. Shouldn't have been bullyable. That's a joke. That's joking. I'm joking about that. But anywho, I got bullied in my school too, except I got bullied by white kids. But the point I'm trying to make is that it's extremely rare to have a white kid be in a minority position in a all black school. While it happens, it's uncommon. Okay? Because black people just don't make up that large of the percentage of the population.
Fair enough. Although there is, as a result of racial segregation, there are sort of, majority, neighborhoods of, majority black.
There are majority black schools, and they're not very common.
True.
There's a few of them, right,
True.
in a given state.
True.
And then there's a couple white kids in that school. All the other white kids are going to the fucking white schools.
Yeah. Okay. But
so why is that oppression?
Okay. So, well, how about the fact that trans people only make up like 0.5% of the population? There's just a few people, right? So why might we not just bully them all? I mean, there's still just going to be a few people getting oppressed, right?
That's way different. That's way different. I'm not saying there's a few people getting oppressed. You're saying that white people get oppressed too. And just because 2 kids get bullied does not mean widespread oppression of white people. But if there are only 2 trans people and both the trans people get bullied, that's widespread bullying of trans people.
Okay, but
that's widespread oppression of trans people.
Yeah. Okay.
Especially if that. Well, let me add. Especially if that bullying, because you're only talking about bullying. Especially if that bullying actually affects your position in society. Because when we really refer to oppression, we're not referring to people being mean to you at fucking public school. We're referring to this actually affecting you in the job market or affecting your ability to apply yourself in society or affecting your ability to function in a way that everyone else in society is able to function.
Yeah, but that's basically gone, and this is why I keep saying there is no more systemic racism. That is not a thing. Okay, systemic racism is not a thing anymore. There was systemic racism. There was Jim Crow. Yeah, of course, slavery, Jim Crow, redlining.
Okay, hold on. We're not talking about systemic racism right now, and also that's a ridiculous claim. But we're not talking about systemic racism. You're talking about the oppression of white people right now by black people.
Yeah, well, because this is what you're bringing up. What you're basically saying, you're bringing up the systemic oppression notion that nowadays black people are, as a group, collectively all being oppressed by the system, collectively being oppressed by all whites.
I never said that.
Well, that's
you
sort of
said, no, I never said that.
Okay,
no,
okay, so my mistake. Okay, so if I put, so I didn't. Okay, that was my impression. My point is that
I actually do think systemic racism exists. I just think it's irrelevant to the conversation.
Okay. But you're precisely arguing that my thing isn't valid precisely because it's not that kind of systemic oppression, right? That it doesn't actually affect people then sort of in their whole lives and stuff. So basically what you're saying is that
it's not oppression.
So what you're saying is that oppression is basically more or less what also gets called systemic racism. Isn't that more or less, doesn't that make sense somehow?
No, technically systemic racism and widespread oppression would be different, but yeah, sure. If you want to use systemic racism as an example, that's fine.
I mean, to me, that's why
I'm just confused. I'm so confused on why this is like an issue to you. that like a couple kids get bullied in school. Kids get bullied all the time in school.
It's because it's symptomatic of the irrationality of the left. It's
symptomatic. So wait, then it is symptomatic oppression. It's
symptomatic, not systematic.
It's a symptomatic. It's a symptomatic issue that is what did you say? Symptomatic of who?
Of the irrationality of the left. Okay.
The irrationality of the left.
Yeah.
And so black people are bullying white people because black people are leftists?
No, it's not like that. It's that the left basically ignores or denies or sort of minimizes any kind of, oppression of white people by, any kind of hurting of white people by black people.
But that's just because it's not an issue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Why would the left focus on the oppression of white people when white people aren't being oppressed?
Well, because there are, to me, oppression includes things like bullying in schools. Okay, it also includes being victims of hate crimes.
Then why is that oppression? I'm just so confused. You're using that as,
to me, that's oppression. To me, any harm. For me, that's harm.
It. Why?
Okay. I maybe I'm using a too broad definition. I'm just saying that it's a bad thing, a harming of other person. Let's not say oppression.
So was I oppressed in school because I got bullied in school?
Yeah, absolutely. You were harmed. Let's just say harmed.
I got bullied by white people.
Yeah, you were harmed. That's the point. I
was harmed. Oh,
okay. So let's say harmed instead of oppress. Okay. I think it's the same. I think it's the same. Oppression is harming. To me, it's kind of a synonym. I don't really see the use of making a distinction, so that's why I was using that. But if you prefer, I'll say harm.
Well, I mean, there definitely is a distinction, though. I'm just okay. So yeah, white. Let's fucking concede to your issue that white people get bullied by black people sometimes. What's the point?
My point is that then we're showing that it's not entirely white people that are oppressing black people, but sometimes, or harming black people, but sometimes it's the other way around. And for me, the justification for saying that, black people are allowed to say a racial slur against white people, but not the other way around. The justification is that black people are always the ones who are the recipient of harm by white people. And if that isn't the case, which indeed it isn't the case, then that whole justification falls apart. And so we should, in fact, basically either, you should create something consistent. So we should ban black people from saying slurs of white people. That's what I'm saying.
But white people aren't being banned from saying slurs of black people. That's legal.
It's legal. It's legal.
That's not a ban. You just get criticized for it.
Yeah, but the point is that you get criticized so much, they get deplatformed, you get fired, etc. So my point is that you still have double standards. You still have double standards, and the problem is that then that will, it creates this sort of special status and it'll lead to resentment, and it does all this thing. And if there are I'm just seeing on this comment. Sorry, Goblin Cave TV. You say there's still laws restricting African Americans from owning houses. Okay. It's true that I'm not familiar with all the laws and stuff that's going on. If that is happening indeed, then that is completely wrong.
Yeah, and of course, he's talking about redlining. Redlining
is that
does
still
exist.
Does it still happen?
It's not something on the books. But what does happen is if you're a black homeowner, your home will be appraised at a significantly lower value than if you were a white homeowner or had a white person in your home. And that's a verifiable fact.
Okay, so this is, again, that kind of thing is definitely racist, obviously. Okay,
it has very large. Well, then you admit that systematic racism is a thing. It has very large effects that are significantly more widespread than just the value of homes, because it would also affect schooling funds of public schools, and of course, black people are much more likely to be poor than white people. And so then we have black students that cannot afford to go to private schools. Of course, they're going to public schools that are being that are going to public schools that are being funded by redlined homes that are appraised at a much lower value. And since these homes are being funded via property value tax, then they are getting a worse education. And because they're getting a worse education, laws are still on the books in some areas. Oh, are you talking about super fucking local HOAs and small municipalities? Because I do remember seeing a story about a like a place in like Tennessee or something where there was still like a law that you weren't allowed to loan money to black people for a property, but that's not like enforced, obviously.
Yeah, so I don't really know what this
You
is
don't
about.
have to have that enforced for it to be for it not to be systematic though.
So like I'm not super familiar about the data with the loans things because so here what I'm saying is that okay, people
FY the
less of a
whole
loan
poly stream
like
sniped your boy mask off. Yeah, I'm completely aware. It's funny.
so like literally so what we're seeing here is, for instance, they're saying, you know, you're more likely to be rejected for loans if you're a minority.
Yeah,
but is
listen,
it adjusting? Is it
I'm
adjusting?
completely aware of it.
But no, but is
I'm not. I didn't even talk about you not being able to get loans, although that is the case. I'm talking about your home being appraised for less.
Yeah,
which
okay,
has
but that's
massive implications on your child's livelihood.
yeah, I'll agree with that. But then again, I would have to actually see the data because it's like with the police shootings things, right? And if you then like the reason there's more police shootings of black people is because there's more crime in black communities, so the police are more present, so they'll have more encounters. So like once you've adjusted for it, once you've
That is
adjusted
not
for it,
necessarily true.
once
That
you've
is
adjusted for it,
actually that's partially the case.
Mhm.
But listen, Nathan, if you want to have a whole conversation about systemic racism, I would love to have a whole conversation about systemic racism against black people because it's a fairly easy conversation to have. It just takes a long time, right? But I would rather have that conversation on like say Monday or something when I have a lot of time to stream
Sure.
and we can go over a bunch of information.
Sure.
I am more interested in the conversation that you had with Polly and also the fact that you think it's racist for black people to call other black people the N-word, and white kids are being oppressed by black people because the black people can use the N-word, but the white people can't use the N-word.
Yeah. Well,
bullying is bad.
Yeah.
But white people aren't allowed to be racist against black people, but black people are allowed to be racist against white people, and that's bad.
Yeah, I think it's bad. I think it leads, and this is why also you get all this right wing stuff, right? Is because they're saying like, look at this unfairness, you know, and then this will sort of put them off, you know, and so and remember that.
See, I actually don't think that that's happening. I think that black people in schools, some black kids, can be racist or can bully a white kid, and white kids are racist to black kids sometimes and bully them too.
Oh, sure.
And both those kids, if caught, get in trouble.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You understand how ridiculous this is?
No, I still don't. I still disagree that it's ridiculous. And remember that I'm desperately trying to find anything that can get right wingers sort of more sympathetic to my position. So
also, sorry, Newman Larry. Listen, dude, I would say I love you, but I don't love you. But I'm gonna ban you because you're not ever gonna contribute anything meaningful. I hate banning people. I really, really hate banning people. But obviously, the only thing that you're contributing is like you're trying to race bait people. And you blocked him a while ago. Yeah. I really hate banning people like a lot. I really only like banning people if they violate TOS. But the thing is he obviously is like trying to bait people into like some racist shit, and is going to contribute nothing to the conversation ever. So you're bullied a lot in middle school by white kids. I mean, me too. Sometimes you have to ban people. I know it's sad. But I just don't understand. Like bullying is a problem. Black people being racist to white people is a problem because it's bullying, and white people being racist to black people is a problem because it's bullying.
Yeah,
I just don't understand. It's not oppression. It's just kids bullying each other.
Well, I think it can leave lifelong trauma. So I would. You're just defining oppression differently.
Right. It can lead to lifelong trauma. I agree. That's why bullying is a problem.
Yeah, but I would consider that oppression. You don't. So okay, we just have like different definitions of what that means. Okay, but we could. I think that now we're just arguing on semantics. I don't know. I just don't
right. Yeah, and you're using the wrong semantics, but that's fine.
Okay, like whatever.
All right, so now let me. All right, let me. Oh wait. Beast. Who is this guy? Beast and String 95.
Boston Strong.
Oh, Boston Strong. Okay. Hey, if you want to talk to me too, dude, we can talk this weekend. I don't mind. You can send me a DM on Twitch or join my Discord or something and talk to me. I'm willing to talk to anybody. I don't give a shit. I plan to stream tomorrow night. I plan to stream on Monday. I wanted to stream. I'll debate you too. I don't give a fuck. I'll debate whoever. I don't give a shit. I will. I just had people over last minute. I didn't expect to have people over. I was gonna stream today, but still, I'll debate you on Oreos and Chips Ahoy. Fuck yeah, that sounds sick. But that's the only reason I didn't get on today. I actually wanted to. Hey, thanks for following me, dude. But yeah, I take King Collins every single day I stream, so I will talk to anybody. A lot of people don't realize it, but the friends can be the worst bullies. I agree with that. People think it's like I bully Nathan all the time. I mean, we're not really friends, but I bully him a lot. We get along, but I think we only wait. You should stream more often. Hey, that's good. I want to stream more often, actually. I just am a really, really busy person, unfortunately. So I really am trying to stream as much as possible. So a friendship in the making, and yes, stream. All right. Well, like I said, I'm going to stream tomorrow when I have friends from Florida over. So when they leave tomorrow, I'm going to hop on Twitch. That's why they're so fucking loud back there. I live in a fucking apartment. I told them they need to shut the fuck up, but they're not shutting up. And on Monday I have the entire day off. I'm super free on Monday. All right. Anywho, so Nathan, let's get to the bread and butter of the conversation. Okay.
Okay.
This is the real important shit. Okay. What is up with that fucking mental breakdown at the end?
That's just me. Like I'm a sensitive, emotional person. Sometimes I can't help this happening. Sort of crying.
But but you're on Twitch and you get criticized every single day.
Yeah, but sometimes it's the goutte qui fait déborder le vase, the drop that makes the thing overflow. It's the straw that breaks the camel's back. Sometimes you just gotta feel.
Yeah. So people, the people that are watching that. Oh, so stop being ableist. I'm not being ableist. I'm actually curious about it, right? And he's putting himself out in the public. You were hyperventilating at the end there. You're gonna cry a little bit, right? And I'm not making fun of you for it. I'm just wondering, what is going on? Are you fit to are you okay to continue taking criticism every single day you stream? You are?
Yes, absolutely. Look, this shit happens.
Do you cry every single day you stream?
No, this hadn't happened to me. I was surprised. Like literally.
Do you cry when we talk at all ever? Do you cry after we talk sometimes?
No. No.
And that's good.
But my point is that I probably would cry more if I do have lots of emotional repression and stuff. I would cry more if that wasn't happening. Like literally, it's not even a good thing that I don't cry that much. But it's not relevant. Again, you're sort of focusing on the why don't you actually focus on the actual bread and butter, since you're talking about the bread and butter?
That is the bread and butter.
No, that is not the fucking bread and butter.
You can cry if you want to. I don't have a problem with crying. I think that men should be more emotional. I think that men should display their emotions more. I just thought it was kind of interesting. It was a little oh wait, you banned Squatting Squaw? Why'd you ban Squatting Squaw?
Did I ban Squatting Squaw? No, I banned Mustard Creek. I banned Mustard Creek.
No, I Squatting Squaw. My chat said that you banned him. That's so sad.
Bro,
he's such a cool guy.
Squatting Squaw must have tried to get me banned from Twitch, so that's why I banned people.
Oh, okay. Well, there you have it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember Squatting Squaw. That was a horrible, racist, nationalist, Nazi, horrible thing. I remember this shit.
Well, you think I'm a nationalist?
Yeah, but like the sitting squad was something I remember we had. I just remember vaguely that we had some sort of horrible. He had some sort of horrible
I don't think
ideas.
I don't know if that's true or
He
not
has
because
sort
I'm
of
pretty sure he's never
horrible-
done that in my chat.
Like horrible alt-right conversations and trying to get me seem like the Nazi. And like, yeah, that was horrifying. That was horrifying.
All right. Well, you think I'm like a Nazi nationalist, so I'm not really sure what's
Kinda.
up with that, but
Yeah, I think,
yeah, but
I think
I'm not.
a little bit you are. But
I'm further to the left than you are, so I'm not really sure what that's about.
Well, but it's the conservative left. It's actually the chuddy.
What's a conservative left?
The chuddy conservative left.
That doesn't make any sense. What's a conservative left?
It's like the sort of typical left on Twitch is the conservative chuddy left, okay? Like, literally.
Nazbols, they're authoritarian leftists. It's not conservative left.
No,
you can't be conservative is fundamentally right wing. It's impossible to be a right wing leftist.
Actually, you'd be surprised. It is very much possible to be a right wing leftist.
They're socially conservative. You could be socially conservative and economically left, but I'm not socially conservative.
Yeah, but
I'm very left. Sorry, I'm talking about chat too, but I'm very left. I'm very left libertarian on social issues, and I'm very left economically. I don't understand how I'm a right wing leftist.
No, you're not as much as others. Some are more. You're not quite as much maybe as others, but most leftists are conservatives. They're conservative chuds, okay? And the reason for this is that look, it's for many reasons.
I'm laughing at that I can't argue and I go into emotional pleas and Jewish tactics.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think I do that, Nathan? Do you think I go on emotional pleas and Jewish tactics?
Well, I'm not sure about the emotional pleas, but the Jewish tactics, I think certainly you're definitely doing a lot of that. No, I'm sorry.
Okay,
I never said
that's fair. Fair.
I look.
It's okay. I accept it.
You're okay. You're trying. Yeah. Anyway. Getting back on track. Why are leftists chuds? Because A, they support jobism, the fact that people should be forced to have a job. B, they support nationalism.
Jobism?
Yes.
Well, hold on a second. When did I ever support that people should have to have a job?
Well, chuddy leftists do. I'm not saying you necessarily. I'm talking about the chuddy leftists. I'm talking about.
Okay, but you called me a chuddy leftist, and you're talking to me.
No. So first, I'm listing all the stuff that makes one. The different things that makes one a chuddy leftist. I think you fit some of the criteria, but not all. So you're partly chuddy leftist. Okay.
All right. So what are the criteria that I fit? Explain to me my position.
First, let me just.
Chuddy leftist.
I'll just briefly list the criteria, and then we'll see which criteria you fit. So
I don't care about the criteria. I want to know my criteria.
No,
I want to know what makes you called me a chuddy leftist.
No, because first we have to understand what a chuddy leftist is and why. So it'll be very quick. It'll be very brief. So it's just bear with me.
Mustard Freak 69 says you should unban him because he was kidding.
I did unban. Already a while ago. Yeah, I've unbanned a while ago.
I don't like. Why am I your fucking middleman to these people?
I don't know.
Hey, what's up, dude? What's up, Obi-Wan? Baloney.
So anyway, why?
And also, sorry, Saint Jornley wants me to tell you to suck his dick.
But somebody said tell him suck a dick. Boston Strong said tell him go suck a dick.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I can suck a dick too. But the thing is, I would actually enjoy it.
Okay. Thanks. Yeah, but no, it's fine. I just sort of ban people like that, but it's fine. No worries, Mustard Freak. Anyway, so A, chuddy leftism. A, economically, it's jobism. The idea that people have to have jobs. This is
all right. We'll skip that part because I never said that. But
forced employment. The full employment.
I've never said that people should be forced into employment.
Okay. So you haven't said that, but there are lots of chuddy.
I've never said that.
But you haven't. You haven't. Many people do.
I've never said
many people do. You okay? No. I'm not saying that you did. I'm not saying that you did.
I don't know who people are talking about.
Full employment. It's the classic sort of idea of socialism. One of the classic tenets of socialism is full employment. So yeah. Then nationalism. The idea, they always talk about like how it's so wonderful.
I'm not a nationalist.
But you are. You just don't realize it.
I am a nationalist, but I don't realize it. Okay.
Yes, It's the idea of national self-determination. It's about these ideas. Each people should be free to be free from imperialism and stuff. What they don't real, of course, yes, that is a good thing. Okay, so don't say I'm pro-imperialism. No, I'm not. My point, but then they actually sort of extol the virtues of nationalism in opposition to imperialism, and that I disagree with, because then they're basically still, lauding the fact that each individual society gets to sort of implement whatever cultural beliefs they have, which may not be good cultural beliefs, right? And say it's all about each civilized culture doing things its own way, and I don't support that, because there's some rules, some ethical principles that I believe are universal, and you can't, and some,
all right, listen,
yeah.
What the fuck? All right, just why am I a nationalist? Explain that to me.
Firstly, above all, because you don't actually support the kind of policies that I'm supporting of trying to actually aim. I don't think, basically, you're just a nationalism.
Why am I a nationalist? No, because I think your policies don't go. No.
You're nationalist, Nathan, out of pessimism.
I don't support your. Wait, Nathan, stop. I don't support your policies because you're trying to break apart international borders. I don't support your policies because as like some optimal like global society, you don't go far enough to the left. That's why I don't support it.
Okay,
because
fair enough.
You're further to the right. You're further to the right.
Fair enough.
Than I am.
Fair enough.
Right?
But at the same time.
So.
Okay.
All right, and so why am I a nationalist? Explain it to me.
Well, okay, so maybe you're not. Again, I don't know you specifically all that well.
Oh, I'm not. You're right. I'm not. You said I was a nationalist multiple times. You've claimed that I was a nationalist, but if you're willing to concede that I'm not a nationalist, then I guess okay.
Okay, look,
we'll have to concede that.
Look, I don't know you well enough. Okay, but my point is that you just don't seem all that interested. You don't seem all that interested. You don't seem all that interested.
You're adding these. You're describing me in this particular way, but now you're saying you don't know me enough to describe me.
These are my impressions. These are my impressions. Okay, from what I've said.
Okay, well, your impression was wrong. All right, what's the next thing? What's the next dirty left thing?
Okay,
what's the next thing on the list?
Next dirty left thing is religion, support of religion. Precisely, it goes again in this idea of supporting all cultures.
I don't support religion. I'm an atheist. I think that everything should be completely. What's the fucking? I can't think of words right now because it's too late at night.
Sure.
Anyways, I don't support religion. I don't think that religion should be anywhere within the state. All right.
Okay.
Continue. Next thing.
Okay. Good. And then I would have to. Basically, it ends up then precisely in supporting all these cultures. Then it supports all the sort of bad things about like any particular culture, and typically that includes.
Wait, what do you mean by supporting culture?
It supports separate cultures to do their own thing, right? So it ends up supporting things like toxic masculinity, misogyny, homophobia, transphobia. Okay.
Listen, do you like tacos?
Yeah.
All right. Do you think tacos are part of Mexican culture?
Yeah.
All right, me too. They're pretty good, right?
We're talking about tacos. I'm talking specifically about the more ethical aspects of the cultures, about the legal aspects of the cultures, not talking about the culinary, the artistic, not to talk about that part. I'm talking about specifically the.
But that's what culture is. Wait, hold on a second.
Yeah, I'm not talking about all that.
What's the ethical? We don't have any legal. I'm just so confused. Like the Mexican people, when they immigrate to America, they're not like changing the law based off their fucking. Stop dissecting his sentence. He's trying to repeat talking points he's memorized. Oh, my bad. Sorry.
Huh?
All right, you can continue.
What? Well, yeah, it's not. Well, yeah. My point is that the left is very quick to excuse any kind of horrible, shitty ideologies and behaviors and behavioral norms and stuff that other non-European societies try to impose on their own people, right? They'll impose all sorts of like I said, the toxic masculinity, the machismo, the homophobia, the sexism, the violence, the oppression, the tolerance of religious dissent.
I'm not pro imposing any of these toxic traits onto society.
Yeah, but people excuse them when it's like when it's other
I'm
cultures.
not excusing them.
Yeah, but lots of if you're not excusing them, that's very good. Lots of leftists do. Okay,
all right, so let's go to the next thing. I don't excuse misogyny. All right, that doesn't matter if Italians are doing misogyny or I don't know, Germans. I don't give a fuck. Okay, let's go to the next point. What's the next thing that makes me a chud leftist? Because so far, I'm not a chud leftist apparently.
Okay, again,
chud leftist nationalist.
I'm so far I'm not a Chud leftist nationalist. That's right.
Okay, and so we covered most of stuff. At this point, finally, I would add just the sort of anti-scientific idea of like relativism, right? Like both like cultural relativism, moral relativism,
Wait,
and almost relativism of truth.
anti-scientific.
The anti-realistic, even like this idea.
You believe in the Gorth?
Yeah. But I don't believe in relativism.
Is that not anti-scientific?
I don't. What? No, it's not. It's maybe scientific is maybe not the best word. It's rational, anti-rational, anti.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Let me continue with that.
Anti-realist.
Yeah. Let me continue with that then.
Oh no.
I'm not a pragmatist. You're a pragmatist. You believe in the fucking Gorth.
Yeah. I'm glad you remembered the name, by the way.
Yeah. I couldn't forget. So you're the pragmatist. I'm not the pragmatist. So I'm a Chud leftist because I'm not a pragmatist because I choose to not believe in the Gorth.
Well, not just that. There's like other
stuff.
Potentially,
sorry. For people that don't know what the Gorth is an astral plane monster that wants to consume the material plane to assimilate it into some evil astral plane.
Yes. Good. Well memorized.
So that's the Gorth, and he believes in that. But I don't. I don't believe in it. But he's a pragmatist. Chud leftist equals keyboard warrior that complains about the content of movies and game lacking diversity and narratives while not watching any movies or playing any games. Sure, that's fine, but I don't do that. So yeah, I agree that those people are cringe. I super agree that those people are cringe. Those are called gaming journalists, by the way.
Okay, so just tell me now, Joe Mama.
Demons in my background. I have people from Florida in my background right now. I have Floridians. I'm not a Floridian anymore. I have Floridians in my.
I hope you have good home insurance.
Tell you what. Yeah, they're gonna. That's funny. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right. What do you want to say?
Let's actually have some more like concrete examples, and let's see how you respond to this to see whether maybe you actually are a Chud leftist without really realizing it. Okay. So now let's go back on these things that we mentioned, and actually let's invent actual real life, theoretical actual examples of how one might support some of these things. So now let's take another culture. Okay, let's take a culture. Let's take India. Let's take the Hindu culture where they've got the castes, right?
They've got the caste system.
Yeah, they've got the caste.
I don't agree with the caste system.
Okay, so do you agree that do you agree that it's okay to criticize like the caste system? Presumably yes, since you say that.
I've criticized the caste system on stream before.
If now we sort of join two sort of aspects of the potential Chuddy leftism or not. So we will join the border aspect with the criticizing the culture aspect. So if we were to eliminate borders, as I imagine you must support if you're not a nationalist Chuddy leftist, then okay. So
listen, I think if we could have a nice global society, and it was
I see your band
in such a way that it existed in such a way that one region wouldn't dominate and manipulate other regions, then I would be all for it.
Okay, but wait. Okay, that's good.
The only reason I would support borders is not because I'm a fucking nationalist. The only reason I support borders and sovereignty of other nations is for the smaller nations. It's not for America.
Yeah.
That in the place that I live, it's actually for Vietnam, say, because I don't want a borderless free trade society to take advantage of Vietnam, a small region that wouldn't be able to defend itself economically.
Well, I think it would actually Vietnam would be much better off if we did open the borders. So that's why I don't think it actually.
That's actually false. Because you can actually look at EU's free trade policy and see how it affects Italy and Greece.
Yes, but that's not just a result of free trade policies. It's also because they've got. It's more than just free trade. See, it's more than just free trade. Is that they've got this common currency?
It's more than just free trade, but free trade is the primary driving factor.
Again, the problem with Europe, and again, this is complicated, but and I'm not an economist. Okay,
it's not that complicated.
The whole kind of picture is actually pretty complicated, I think, and
it's not basic... because there's a few, because of course there's a billion factors for every issue, right?
Yeah.
But there's a few factors that are the primary driving factors to the poverty in Greece. one of the primary driving factor is that they cannot compete with the economic power that is Germany and France, mostly Germany, right?
Yes.
And then now Germany is able to purchase land in Greece because Greece needs to balance their budget. Greece is having an issue balancing their budget, so they need to take loans from the EU, right? And the EU keeps loaning them money. But then if they wanted to leave the EU, so they can perform protectionist policies to defend themselves economically against Germany, then they wouldn't be able to get loans from the EU anymore, and they'd have to pay the EU back. That's the issue that they're in. That's like the kerfuffle, and it's not that complicated.
Again, I would argue, and I've seen economists say this, is that actually the problem is not the EU, but the fact that it isn't completely unified. The problem is that we don't have a common fiscal policy between different EU countries, and so as a result, that Greece basically spends a lot but doesn't have much income, because it's overall a poor country, and this is largely what leads to the problem with Greece. And so I would argue that the way to solve this is actually to create a common fiscal policy within the EU, which in any case would be better just in the name of fairness, right?
I'm sorry about my fucking background, by the way.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Really...
That's fine. That's fine. My point, I think, again, the only unfairness as it arises of globalization is when you don't have a common fiscal policy, and that results in having tax havens and rich people going to other places, to low tax places, and so then countries lose out in lots of fiscal revenue. This is the kind of the problem. And again, the way to solve this is through having a common fiscal policy. And I think if we did that, then would stop seeing the problems that we're seeing in the southern European countries. And
what is the common fiscal policy that would solve everything?
Well, it's the policy that I've said. I mean, but any fiscal policy would be much better already. Okay, any
common fiscal policy.
But of course, then I've got my specific policy. But that was
what is your fiscal policy?
Well, firstly, it's got a basic income.
Right, but that doesn't affect trade.
It's got a basic income. Yeah. But my point is that it still affects the way things work. So you have to look at just the whole. I mean, I can't really explain my fiscal policy without explaining the basic income, and it presumably indirectly it would affect trade. Because it would affect wages, and it would affect wages, and so then it would.
It wouldn't really, because the thing is now you have UBI affecting. Well, it's more of an interview. Wait, who's? Yeah, sure, that's fine if it's more. Yeah, that's fine if it's more of an interview. I called Nathan actually, the real reason, I don't even know why we're getting into this, because the real reason I called Nathan to begin with is because Paulie railed his ass on stream, and it was really funny. And
I don't think it was funny.
I thought it was really funny.
Yeah, I can imagine. You seem to find lots of funny. Yeah.
I like to laugh at a lot of things. The other leftist. Oh, here's so. By the way, if you don't know who Veldrain is, Nathan, Veldrain is he is actually a chud leftist philosopher.
Okay.
He has his PhD in leftist chudology.
Okay.
And so he is giving me another take on chud leftism.
Okay.
So we have the other leftist chud take. The person looks like a total freak, and people look at them because they look like a total whack job. I'm oppressed by everyone every time I go out in public. Help me, I'm a victim. Also, the UBI take with inflation, I actually don't agree with. And I can actually get to that later in the weekend. But this I gotcha. Anywho, yeah. So this is the reason why I wanted to talk to you, Nathan, is because you went to Polystream, called a trans woman an it.
No, again, that you're misrepresenting. That is terrible. No, that is shit. Okay, that's a total misrepresentation.
Thanks for using your Prime, by the way. I super appreciate that.
That you're completely misrepresenting the thing. Okay, I didn't, because you're saying that you're ignoring the fact.
You said you referred to her as it multiple times. That's what you said.
I likely did, but not specifically because she was trans. Okay. Come on. Be
Not,
like
no,
a
not
bit of
specifically
honesty.
because she was trans, right?
Okay, but you have to say that
Because
because otherwise it's implied. If you don't say it, it's implied.
well,
Okay?
don't
So
you think
don't say
that?
it's
Don't you
trans.
think
You say
that?
somebody.
But
Say I called somebody it a few times. Okay, don't. It's not
okay.
because
Well, you did
not
call
because she was
somebody,
trans.
and she happened to be trans. Okay.
Yeah, and I called
But
other
let
people
me
it.
say
I
this
called
though,
other people it. I called
Nathan.
Boston. I called Boston, who's a male. I called Boston it. Okay, I've called Boston it.
Okay, but that's also really cringy. But here's the thing: is Nathan, don't you think that as a trans woman that she has problems with people wanting to misgender her all the time?
Yes, absolutely. I'm
So
absolutely.
don't you think the context of you going in there and calling her an it?
Hey, I didn't go in there to call her an
weighs a
it.
little differently.
I was
Well,
referring
I'm just saying,
to her.
don't you think that? Well, even okay, referring
my
to
stream.
her as an it.
Referring to her on
your
my
stream.
stream.
It doesn't. If you're referring to her as an it in any context, don't you think that weighs a little differently than calling me an it?
Not when I call everybody
Boston
an it.
an it.
Not when I call everybody an it. Not
But
when I'm
she
being
doesn't
consistent.
know that. She doesn't even know who. She doesn't know who you are.
Wasn't on my stream. She never went to my stream. Okay. No, she wasn't on my stream ever. Like somehow somebody from her, that views her stream was apparently on my stream and then went and snitched to her. Apparently that is maybe what happened. She wasn't on my stream. She doesn't come to my stream. She doesn't like me. She doesn't watch my stream. Okay, I watched her. I followed her. She never did return the favor. Like what more do you want me to?
Well, that's because she doesn't like you.
Yeah, and I don't like her. And so now I've unfollowed her. I'm not going to watch her stream again, since in any case she banned me. But I won't watch her stream again.
You seem to really get affected by that conversation.
No, that's because I've been streaming for 12 fucking hours, and I just kind of get I am affected overall by just the meanness of people, and then suddenly it kind of just comes to a boil. I'm sick of being criticized. I'm sick of being criticized. Called a bad person.
If you're sick of being criticized and sick of being called a bad person, and sick of being criticized for calling women it, and sick of people being mean to you, why are you streaming? I'm confused.
Because I need to save the universe. Okay, it's not. I don't have a choice.
Oh,
that's it.
You think this is you saving the universe?
Yes.
I see.
I need to try. That's like literally. That's it. That's the only reason. Okay, that's the only reason.
I got you. You think this is? I don't even know what to say to that now.
I mean, so why don't you just talk about like how to escape the Gorth instead of whatever the fuck you're talking about?
Why are we talking about trans issues instead?
Because we have to talk about everything. We have to talk about politics, because the main thing to get people to agree with this first is to create a society that doesn't just collapse on itself as a result of idiotic sort of nationalism and chuttiness. Okay, so first we need to take care of that before we can take care of the Gorth. So yeah,
I'm so confused. Is because we're not collapsing on ourselves. We're progressing as a global society.
We are, but there's very much a risk,
because people are becoming more sexually. He's moderating this, by the way. Oh no! There's no one moderating this. This is my buddy Christian in the call right now.
Boston, stop timing out and banning people, please. Okay.
Otto of Earth is in the Discord with us. He also streams on Twitch.
Okay. Yeah, like I don't see what my point is that there's very much a risk to backslide. I mean, we see it. There's huge amounts of forces of evil and of sort of treachery, and so we gotta fight that. We've got to fight that, and I think I have a unique perspective that could, because I am aware of this, certain shortcomes and sort of, mistakes of the.
Right. So what I'm saying is, our global society is not collapsing on each other.
It could.
But it's not. Okay. Well, it's not. And we're consistently progressing forward as a society. We're becoming more socially liberal. We're, as a society, slowly becoming more economically left. We're constantly being opened up to new ideas. I just don't understand. Like, I don't understand.
We have to ensure that it keeps
society is collapsing on each other because people are like having, I don't know, being more comfortable with like sexual awareness.
No, no. That is not. That is progress. That is progress.
Right, that is progress. I agree.
That is progress. No,
so you would
collapse.
agree that people wanting to be called by various pronouns that they would want to be called by, that they wouldn't have been it wouldn't have been reasonable for them to ask. No, that is progress. Okay. Then why are you referring to her as it?
Because
wait, what's the Gorth again? A big astral plane monster trying to consume the material plane to assimilate it into a big evil astral plane entity thing.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. It's rational.
Yeah. But no. So the point is that all the forces of chaos, the forces of chaos.
Wait, sorry, that's actually a good point. Sorry, Nathan.
Okay.
You're astrally projected right now, right? Where's your real body?
What?
Can you tell us?
What are you talking about?
You can't tell us where your real body is?
This is my real body.
Okay. Well, all right, chat. He will not tell us where his real body is. We're talking to the astral projection, Nathan. I didn't expect him to tell us where the real body is, because the Gorth might hear him.
What the fuck are you talking about?
So, all right. Anyway, is he always astrally projecting? I assume so, because I don't think Nathan would ever leave himself in a position to be compromised by any sort of entity that would want to shut him down, right? Like, you're at one point during his stream, the CIA is going to try to fucking kill him. He's gonna have like a fucking bullet fly through his head. He's not gonna feel a thing because it's just an astral projection. So it's gonna go right through, and he's gonna continue talking. He's not even gonna notice. He's gonna blow up the fucking CIA sniper with ESP fucking laser beams.
Okay. Have you had your little fun there?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm talking about serious shit. What were you gonna say?
I'm not even sure anymore. But basically, the idea that what is a threat to society is chuddery. Okay, the threat to society is traditional values. Okay, so what we need to fight above all is to really fight that once and for all and to eliminate that.
Well,
and
that's good, because I fight against that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but we need to do it not in a violent way. When I say fight, I don't mean like massacre people again. That chuds, they hear that and they say, "Oh, so that means you want to have concentration camps, and so you're a Nazi." They always do that. And so like, no, I'm not saying that. Okay, we have to fight against the ideology, not like hurt the people. So we have to fight against that ideology. But the problem is that there is the left, the sort of typical Twitch leftism that you see is not the right way to do that, because there are big mistakes in that sort of typical left ideology, and that's the reason why it's not very popular overall.
Hey, you know what? Can I propose something? Because whatever you're proposing is not popular at all either. Because well, firstly, no offense, but also kind of offense. You have no idea what the fuck you're talking about, and secondly, no one agrees with any of your opinions. Me, on the other hand, I've I don't have a large audience at all, but my audience is extremely small. But I've still been able to convert a few people over to like more leftist ideology. So why don't we make like a pact? Why don't you go out and advocate for stopping the Gorth? And maybe you can advocate for, like, I don't know, pedophilia on the side or something. I don't want to be involved with that one. But you can go and advocate for the Gorth thing, and I will stop the traditional value stuff.
Why can't I do it too? Why don't you want to have more people trying to help stop?
I'm not saying I don't want you to. I'm just saying that I think that your skills might be used better because I want to stop the Gorth too. Right?
Yeah.
But the thing is, we can only spend so much. Every single time we spend talking about one topic, it's an opportunity cost, right? It's a zero-sum thing. I can't say two different words at the same exact time, right?
Of course.
So the more time you spend talking about how bad traditional values are, like a person wanting to be called her, right? And we should be referring to people as objects instead, right? The more progressive thing to do. Then why spend your time doing that when you could be spending your time talking about the Gorth?
Because I wouldn't gain enough traction with the Gorth. I have to be more well-rounded to sort of show people that I sort of have opinions on various topics.
I disagree because you're not gaining any traction right now.
Hey, look! I've got like some followers. I've got some viewers. People enjoy.
But the thing is, all the people, like, no offense, but all the people that follow you because they think that you're entertaining, like they're laughing at you. They're not laughing with you.
I wouldn't say entirely that. Partly, not entirely.
I would
partly
say
partly
99% that.
No, that is. I would say that's a mistake. It's not that much. But I'm sure I know they think I'm weird, but they also, they think that everyone is kind of weird on Twitch politics. And, eventually if I get more traction, eventually I might get managed to convince people. Again, people are very conformist, right? So they're always used to, it'll be much more easy to convert someone to an ideology that is already widespread versus something that's completely unique. So obviously, as long, people are tribalistic, right? So they want there to be other members of the tribe before joining a tribe, right? So as long as there's just one person, it doesn't get much traction. But if, as it sort of progresses, if some people start to get converted, then there'll be more and more. It's a snowball effect because that's how people function. They don't think based on reason; they think based on tribalism. And so, of course, at first it's going to be really hard. For me, it's going to be easier for you precisely because you're actually saying the talking points that are being sent by loads of other people. So you're not just your own thing. You're part of a much bigger thing. I'm not part of a much bigger thing. So of course it's going to be much harder. But I still don't think I should give up. And of course, I mean, my whole thing is not just the Gorth, right? It's a whole comprehensive ideology.
Oh, yeah, it's okay. You know I have my camera on, right? Okay,
so yeah.
Yeah, I do talk about things that other people talk about. That is the kind of the point I'm trying to make, because I follow scientific evidence, and I try to regurgitate that scientific evidence on
the point is that
stream.
It's not necessarily rational. Not necessarily
It
rational.
is rational.
No, it's not.
But the thing is, I think it's more rational for you to discuss the Gorth.
I don't think it is, and I'm certain it is.
You have low thetan levels.
What?
Wait, do you actually have low thetan levels, Veldrin? Because I actually commend that. Do you think the Gorth will consume people less if we have low thetan levels as a society? It's less likely to consume us.
I have no idea. Why? Like why? No, it's not. It's not consuming you in the short term. At a certain point, it weakens the whole material. It weakens the whole material universe.
It's consuming me in the long term.
Yeah, it's not a short term thing. It's a very, very long term thing.
Like first it nibbles at my toes.
No.
Like sucks on my big toe.
No, it's over billions of years that weakens the whole sort of structure of the universe.
That sucks. I don't live that long.
Yeah, but you get reincarnated, so then you'll still be stuck in the thing. So that's.
Oh yeah, I forgot you believe in reincarnation.
Yeah.
Who do you think you were in your past life?
No idea. There's no way to know. Doesn't matter. It's irrelevant.
There's no way to know.
It's irrelevant anyway.
Do you have any trauma? Do you know if you have any trauma from your past life?
Actually, I probably wouldn't because I'm right in the beginning of the degradation cycle, so I'm currently a crud-free incarnation, or at least I don't carry any crud from my previous incarnations because
I don't even know what the fuck that means.
Because it has
this site. People would know. Well, I'm just curious. Do you think that people would know if they have trauma from their past life?
Well, the problem is that most of the trauma that you feel isn't even like lots of it. Some of it is from your past life, but lots of it is from unincarnable souls that get attached to you. So I've got lots of trauma, but it's not from my past life probably, but more from other souls that got attached to me and that aren't able to properly incarnate. So they're just sort of attached to me, but not really properly in.
I just asked because you know if you said if we abort a baby, they get PTSD.
Yeah, exactly. They get soul PTSD. Yeah, remember that's the sort of. Yeah, and so this is the point: is that you carry your own trauma, but you also then get other souls that get attached to you, and you feel their trauma. And I think the trauma that I have is the latter.
Can you get reincarnated into an animal, or do you get reincarnated into another human?
Probably another human, but not certain. Again, you don't. It's
and if you is it kind of like the Buddhist kind of philosophy? If you were like a bad boy, you get reincarnated into something shittier.
No, not really. Like there is like the whole idea is that karma is just trauma and soul crud that you accumulate, and that will then lead you to, for instance, having maybe a less nice life or experience afterwards. But it's not.
So do you think that Rush Limbaugh is like? Do you think that he got reincarnated into something awesome or something shitty?
You can't necessarily. Sometimes people get reincarnated into awesome, even because again, it's not like an impartial judge. It doesn't work like that. It's really just your soul gets just modified and altered and damaged by the successive incarnations.
Soul Crud is a really good band name. I agree with that. You should start a band, Nathan.
Soul Crud. Yeah.
You should start a band called Soul Crud and the Gorth.
Yeah.
There's a way to spread your message.
Or the Gorth and the Soul. No, yeah, I don't know. The Gorth and Soul Crud. Maybe.
Can you say Soul Chud really quick? Like
Soul Chud? What? Why?
Yeah, Soul Chud, but like make it like really exaggerated. Just like Soul Chud.
Soul Chud. What?
Okay, thank you. I wanted to get a voice clip of that.
Why?
I don't know. I thought it'd be cool if I could like put that on a soundboard or something.
Okay. Okay.
Wait, can you say a couple more other cool voice lines?
What do you mean? Like again, Soul Chud or other stuff? Like I don't know what to say.
Yeah, we could make that into like a follower alert.
How about make the universe great again, right? That's
yeah,
my slogan.
Nathan,
can I do that?
Make the universe great again. Yeah. Do that one. I like that.
I gotta say it with a Trump voice, but I don't know. I'm not good at that.
All right, please do a Trump voice. Actually, do it in Obama's voice. I want to hear that.
I try though.
I'm not good with voices though.
Wait, he's tried to do Obama.
What?
Wait, Christian, you said he's tried to do Obama.
Oh, I've tried. I haven't
tried.
No.
Like if you said you wanted to do it in a Trump voice, at least give it a go.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I'll try, but I'm not good. I'm good with accents, but I'm not good so much at impersonations. So it's gonna be bad. You're just gonna be like meh. But make no. I literally can't do it.
What? You didn't even try.
Yeah, I'm thinking about how I'm gonna do it. Make the universe great again. Kind of with a bit of a New York accent, you know. Make the universe great again. I gotta.
The accent is actually really good.
Yeah, the accent's pretty good.
Yeah, it actually is.
You just gotta say it. You just gotta say it like a little more exaggerated. Gotta get a little more expressive.
Make the universe great. Gotta do the hand stuff. Make the universe great again. I can't do it well. He's got his sort of.
Sound more like Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, like I can't do it. I'm not good with voices. Like I'm good with accents, but not with voices.
Yeah, that was pretty good. No, that was pretty good. Wait, can you do a Bernie Sanders voice and talk about how we need to have a revolution in the streets?
Again, I'm not good with voices. I'm sorry. I'm not a voice.
Yeah, you did a fucking amazing Bernie Sanders voice without even realizing it. Can we talk about one more thing really quick? Can we talk about I heard that there's a program that you were talking about that you wanted to institute globally. It's the UCP, the Universal Cum program. Can you talk about that a little bit?
No, I can't because that was that was your idea. Remember? That was
I got that from you.
No, you got inspired.
You think that everyone should be able to have every day, so people should be distributed at least one glass of cum a day. I asked how large should that glass be, because I don't necessarily agree with that. I think that people should get a lot of cum, and he said, well, they can save up their cum.
Look, now you're
they can put it in jars.
Look, I know you. Look, I'm an incel. You know why I'm largely an incel? Because I'm not good at making jokes. I'm not good at
you're right.
being funny.
You would help distribute the cum because you're not having sex with anyone. You could just store all the cum and jerk off.
In a society where the UCP program is a thing, incels would be the most highly sought after individuals.
There you go.
Because they're saving their cum.
No,
maybe that's why you want to talk.
They're actually not, because they're jerking off because they still want to do it. You see, so
they're jerking off, and then we store their cum. Remember, Butters stored his cum in South Park. I don't really watch South Park, but I probably will have to look into the episode now. That way, I can understand Nathan's UCP kind of policy now.
Okay. So again, like I'm saying, I'm an incel largely because I'm not good at sort of doing funny stuff. So I'm sorry, I can't even get into your thing and sort of say something.
Well, I don't understand what's so funny about the UCP policy that you proposed.
Well, again, look, the problem is that I just would like to have a proper conversation with somebody, and I appreciate humor, but I also
you don't think I have proper conversations with you?
Well, you do, but you're also just taking the whole entire thing in jest, and it would be nice to just also have a bit more seriousness.
It's kind of, here's the thing, though, Nathan, is that when we talk, we fundamentally cannot have a serious conversation because your ideas are ludicrous.
Well, that's you who considers them to be so.
Well, not just me. It's not just me. It's everyone else too.
Yeah, because they're irrational.
Hence the reason why you get so much criticism all the time.
Yeah, because they're irrational. This is exactly.
Do you
and this
think
is why
it's
people
rational to believe? Wait, let me ask you this: do you think
Again,
it's irrational to believe that everyone else is irrational and you're the only rational person?
No, of course I don't.
Do you think
that's
that's
irrational? I think it's rational. I think it's rational. Yeah, I think it's rational.
Do you think that's rational?
Yeah, I think it's rational. I think it's rational.
Because
and I've explained why. I've explained why it's
That's
rational.
extremely silly.
No, it's not. It's actually I've explained why it's rational. I've got an actual justification for it. You see, so like there is a
I
justification.
mean, it's kind of like how when you encounter one asshole, maybe that guy's an asshole, but if you encounter nothing but assholes, maybe you're the asshole. Not saying you are an asshole. I'm just saying, like, in principle, that's.
Well, I don't think he's an
that's
asshole.
what you're trying to get at.
Yeah, I don't think Nathan's an asshole.
I know, but you know what I mean. Yeah,
I agree. Yeah, it's the principle, right?
However,
like when everyone thinks you're stupid, but you think everyone else is stupid, you're probably the stupid one.
Okay, can I bring up Copernicus again? Copernicus, who thought that the Earth was going around the sun and not the other way around. Everybody thought he was an idiot, right? Everybody made fun of him, and in the end, actually, it turns out he was right. Okay, so this happens.
That's a good way. That's a good way to rationalize any sort of wacky argument you have. It's a good way to rationalize the.
Well, and then everyone since then in history has changed their mind about that.
Yeah, but my point is
everyone,
that
everyone now believes.
Yeah, everyone now believes
that the Earth goes around the sun.
Of course, but they might still be believing in some other mistaken beliefs. Of course, my point is that it's not an argument. The argument of the majority. It's not because the majority of people believe something that is true. Okay, so that's not a proper argument. It's not a proper argument.
No, that's not what I said. I'm saying that it seems a little ridiculous to me that you think that everyone else is irrational, but you're rational.
I didn't say I was entirely rational. I also have my irrationalities, which I recognize.
Well,
but
you said you're the most rational person on the planet.
Most rational, not entirely rational. I do have my irrationalities, and sometimes retrospectively, I was like, "Oh, damn, yeah, that was."
They're very far. They're very far and few compared to that of the rest of the mortals that you're surrounded by.
They're not even that few necessarily, but they're still less. They're still less overall at this point. But it's taken a long time. I mean, I've only become the most rational person on Earth very, very recently. Until then, I wasn't.
Like a couple weeks ago.
Not a couple weeks ago, but no, but more like a couple of years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not too bad.
But it's been a development. I've been improving over time, and up until then, until I reached that level, I was unexceptional. But now that I've become something more. I've become the most rational person.
Is that when you
on Earth.
discovered the Gorth? Is that when you discovered the Gorth a couple years ago?
That was kind of the final thing. I wanted to discover the Gorth, yeah, and I'd say that really fully, that is what made me, that's really what made me pass the threshold of really being, at that point, not just the most rational, but the person, the most wise, because wisdom is about rationality, but also with a bit of knowledge. I mean, a person who's completely rational, but who has no knowledge, has no wisdom, right? So wisdom is a lot of rationality and a bit of knowledge. You just have to have the knowledge of the basic stuff plus rationality, and that is wisdom. So I would say that when I discovered the Gorth, I became the wisest person ever. On Earth, not ever in the universe. There have been other wiser people
a good
perhaps in the universe, but not even necessarily.
Probably not. How did you rationally conclude that you're the most rational person on Earth?
Well, because
I think the question's good.
Well, because so the idea is that it should be obvious to a rational person that the kind of policies I'm advocating for are the correct ones. The very basic things: the globalism, the basic income, the income cap, the wealth cap, the global democracy, and the Gorth. And combined, there's nobody else who's talking about this. And so you could say, okay, potentially there could be somebody else who knows about all this stuff, but simply we haven't heard of that person. So then you could argue maybe that person is more rational than me. But the point is that then if you're rational, you also should be doing activism to try to help the world, help the universe, and eliminate the Gorth, right? And so you would be seeing that person doing activism. And so you would, in fact, what's the best platform? I've been thinking about this. I've been on YouTube, I've been on TikTok and stuff. So you would but like Twitch is obviously the platform actually that seems to be working the best for a person like me. I mean, I'm finding more success on Twitch than those other platforms. So my point is that if somebody else had exactly the same knowledge that I have and the same rationality, that person would be doing the exact same thing on Twitch. So you'd see a sort of doppelganger version of me on Twitch if there was a person who was as rational as me. And since we're not seeing that, I must be the most rational person on Earth. And
That's very interesting. I like that rationale.
Thank you.
If you were truly not the most rational person, there would be another person on Twitch that's exactly like you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense. Yeah. Where does So I got this other response. You did read the Gorth thing from someone else, right?
Yeah.
But your main simp, to be fair, he actually thinks that the guy who originated the idea of the Gorth is less rational than him.
Yeah.
He thinks that he's irrational. To be fair, though, to the other guy, I forgot his name. He thinks that Nathan is less rational than he is. They both think that they're irrational.
Yeah, but it's obvious. It's obvious that Philip is less rational, honestly. But yeah.
Yeah, it's super obvious. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the other thing is So you're in favor of a global democracy, are you not?
Yes, absolutely, and a universal democracy. I want a single universal-wide
universal democracy. That's very interesting. It's actually really interesting that you're not a planetist.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm a planetist. I've never talked about politics outside of planet Earth.
Yeah, see I think that's ultra chuddy. That's ultra chuddy to be a planetist.
Yeah, it is ultra chuddy that I've never talked about any sort of politics outside of planet Earth. But why would you propose for a global democracy when people are so irrational? Do you think that's rational?
Oh yes, yeah, okay, yeah. So that is a very valid point, and I've thought about that. And so my point is that of course, a democracy doesn't function properly when people are irrational. So there are two things to do. One of them is to make people rational, and you do that with genetic engineering.
Well, no, we're not. Let's not talk about the genetic engineering thing because it's extremely unrealistic right now.
Yeah, no, but when it's possible. So the point is that when it becomes possible, you do that, and that way you genetically engineer all people to be as rational as possible. And before that, and also just in general, because it might not be possible to do so, and in any case, until it's possible, what you'll need is a constitution that limits the amount of tyranny of the chuddy majority. Right. So what you do is you've got the fundamental principles that you want your society to have. You write them in the Constitution, and the Constitution is unamendable. And that way you've got your democracy for the unimportant stuff, but for the important stuff, you've just got your Constitution that you simply cannot change. And that's the way you
that seems extremely irrational.
No, that's literally that's how the U.S. is designed. Like, for instance, the United States is designed, and my U.S., the Universal Society, yes, it actually is designed like that. Except that it is amendable mostly, but not entirely, because
it's actually entirely amendable.
Yeah, it is amendable. True. No, it's true. It is entirely amendable, but it's difficult to amend. It's difficult to amend. I think it's good that it's amendable because the thing is that the U.S. Constitution was not really was imperfect. My thing would be
but yours would be perfect.
It would be perfect because it would be very simple. It wouldn't be super detailed like the U.S. Constitution regarding
the
government system of government.
Not very detailed at all.
No, it was.
The U.S. Constitution was extremely vague.
No, it specifically says how the government, the structure, it lists.
It doesn't specifically say that. Actually, it says general kind of rule sets for the government, and that's why we have constitutional scholars in this country debating very basic issues that were placed in the Constitution from the very beginning. Like the Bill of Rights is very vague, and the Constitution is very vague.
Yeah, but it's still longer than my Constitution would be. It lists a lot more stuff.
It's really short.
But it's still a lot longer. It's a lot longer. It's a lot longer than mine.
Okay, so how long is yours? Like 5 sentences? Because the U.S. Constitution only has like 1,800 words or some shit.
I can tell you if you want. I can tell you that it's so short that it's pretty easy to say. So you say A, the Constitution is unamendable. B, there is a universal society that doesn't accept any separate states anywhere in the universe. B, we follow the principle.
Okay.
C, we follow the principle of utilitarianism and omnibeneficence. So that's sort of the ethical guidelines in a fair fashion. So it's fair omnibeneficence, and as well as freedom, as long as it doesn't sort of infringe on the fundamental principle. So that's the fundamental ethical principles. And so the idea is that any sort of action or law that obviously doesn't satisfy that principle should be considered wrong and should be banned. Then you have a few more specific actual rules, and so those rules are again pretty brief. So you've got the
But those are amendable, or no?
No, those aren't amendable either. So this is the Constitution. This is the unamendable.
Well, to be fair, I actually think this is getting a little too long.
Come on. Let me just say it.
Come on. This is like really long. It's so irrational that this would be this long.
No, it's not.
I think you could cut straight to the chase and make it even shorter.
Much
you could say like good stuff is okay, bad stuff is not okay.
That's the gist of it. But the problem is that because there's lots of chuddery, the chuds you have to actually list out what the good stuff is and what the bad stuff is. Yeah, ideally you just say that. Yeah, I agree. But because
then ideally that's my constitution.
But ideally yes. But instead we have to simply enact some basic things so to make it clear. And so what you list.
What are my chat rules? It says like don't say anything that's against TOS. I think that's it. Why don't you just make that your constitution?
Because I don't believe in that. I don't support that. I support in the principle of omnibeneficence. I don't think that just having that as a constitution is gonna satisfy that principle. So no. Like again, and
what do you mean? It's just a way of saying do good stuff, don't do bad stuff.
No, it's not. Actually, it's actually not. That will lead.
Do good stuff. Don't do bad stuff. No chuds.
There you go. No chuds. That's a little too specific, though.
Again, no. You're like
no bad people that I don't agree with.
First, you have to explain what good and bad is, and like I said, that is the utilitarian principle. That is what defines what is good and bad.
If we have to explain what's good and bad, then you'd have to explain what utilitarianism is. You have to explain what omnibeneficence is. You have to explain what everything is.
Yeah, and you can do it. That's not a problem. That's again the link.
But that makes the Constitution too long. We can't have that.
No, I don't care. I don't care about being too long. I care about having certain specificities that aren't necessarily ideal. So the point is that you can have long stuff as long as we know that these are fundamental good things that we know that we wouldn't want society to be any other way. That's why it's okay to be unamendable. Okay.
I like the blanket for it thing.
And so that is why. So you've got the democracy, but obviously a democracy that doesn't allow to amend the Constitution. You've got one single universal legislative body that is partly elected representatives and partly also influenced through direct democracy, so you can vote directly on issues. But beyond that, you've got the principle of the basic income. Everybody gets at least a basic income. You've got the income cap, with then, of course, a long-term idea of everybody being on the basic income, the same basic income.
And that's not amendable, right?
That's not amendable. Then you
sort of like inflation or any sort of like market fluctuations. You wouldn't want that to be amendable. You want people to get the same money no matter what.
Well, no, I mean, obviously, if the economy grows or shrinks, then you adjust it. Though the point is that they get the equal amount.
Oh, then you can adjust it.
No. My point is that everybody gets the equal amount, but it's not always the same over time, right? At any given point in time,
so
people get the same
amount.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Like everybody gets the equal amount at any given point in time, but over time, the amount can change. Then. The fundamental principle of harming people. So you're not allowed to torture people. You're not allowed to, assault people. You're not allowed to kill people, including the government isn't allowed to do that either, unless it's to prevent somebody from doing that. So if a murder is if there's somebody that's trying to murder people, then the government is allowed to intervene and murder that person, as we do now with the police force.
Of course. So the other ways to harm people are okay.
So that is
just
another
murder, assault, battery's fine. Assault is not okay.
No, of course, physical harm. You're not allowed to physically harm, intentionally.
So you're allowed to assault people, and you just can't batter them.
What? No, that's
assault doesn't refer to physical harm. Assault refers to threatening someone.
Does it actually? Does it not? Is assault not physical harm?
in America, the legal definition of assault, actually in most Western places, the legal definition of assault, because we're talking about the legal definition, refers to threatening someone, making someone afraid of battery.
Okay.
Battery is physical harm. So is assault okay then?
I would want it to not be okay, but I probably wouldn't put it in the Constitution just potentially, because then you could have, issues of like freedom of speech where, any kind of stupid thing you say would then be considered assault.
Yeah, me holding a knife to someone would be a violation of my freedom of expression.
Like, no, but
it's expressing my want to stab them.
Again, my point is here we're just saying that the Constitution, right? So it's just the fundamental things that we can all really agree is wrong. So
I should be able to hold a gun to someone. It is my freedom of expression to do that, but I shouldn't actually be allowed to shoot someone.
Okay, so you can't. Okay, no. So you can include no. So that kind of assault. No, my point is that you can't. This is, of course, the subtleties of the thing, and which is why it's kind of difficult to have a proper thing, and why you have all these constitutional scholars. Is of course.
Well, you understand what I'm trying to get at with this?
I'm not even sure. No, what are you trying to get at?
What I'm trying to get at is that you're trying to make some weird, simple document of rule sets to govern, or rule sets for a governing, for society to govern itself, and you're trying to simplify it. And I'm trying to kind of help you understand that that's a ridiculous notion.
Well, I don't think
it's that ridiculous. Just simplify something like that. That your document is imperfect.
Yeah, of course it's going to be imperfect, but it's going to still be as good as possible. That's the idea, and it's acceptably good. And so like the idea is you just have these basic principles, and then obviously you have to rely on the fact that these principles, in any case, these principles have to be upheld. So you have to have at least a certain amount of people who agree with the society and stuff, and presumably if they do, they're also going to agree with the spirit in which the society was made, which means that they're also going to make good laws.
Why don't we just clone you and just have you run society, a universal society, like for all eternity?
Well, yeah, I've suggested that. I've also thought of that, but the problem is that it just lead to opposition. People think it's weird, and also because rationality is not just determined by one's genetics, but also by the soul cred that one might have. So the problem is that if we clone me, we might have.
Rationality is determined by your genetics?
No. Yeah, it's determined by genetics, but also by soul cred. And so the problem is
that's not necessarily true.
What do you mean?
Well, most of your brain development is empirical.
Yeah, it is determined by genetics. Rationality is determined by genetics. I agree.
But most of your brain development is empirical.
So what
brain physically develops based off of experiences that you have.
Oh, in that sense, you mean so that you mean that you're influenced by the environment as well? But of course, that too.
No, it's mostly influenced by the environment.
Okay, so that I disagree with. It's not mostly influenced by the environment. It is a lot.
I mean, that you disagree with, but most scientists will disagree with you.
No, what you notice is that there's actually quite similarities in the way of thinking between like identical twins who have grown up in different households.
I'm saying that the majority of your brain's development, as far as like your personality is concerned, this would be relevance to your rationality, is developed empirically.
Again, no, it's not developed as through nurture, quote, like is in the nature nurture debate. No, it's not. No. There's a lot of genetics. There's a lot of genetics.
Grow. There is a lot of genetics. That's still irrelevant to the point I'm trying to make.
So my point is that if you clone me, then people are going to be brought up in different environments, and they're going to be suboptimal environments or whatever, and so then they're not going to be as rational as me.
We would just take your brain and put it in another flesh capsule. We would clone your body. First of all, we would have to keep you pure, right? The fact that you have such a big brain.
No, it's not that big. It's not that big. Not very big.
Let me continue, please. I'm sorry. I hate to continue talking over you, but the fact that you're so rational has to do with the fact that you've never been hindered by the burden of sex. Okay, you've never been hindered by the burden of the female flesh, or the male flesh for that matter. And
I've been hindered as fuck.
We have to.
I've been hindered.
Been hindered.
I've been hindered by the desire
I thought
for it.
you
Yes.
Oh, you've been hit, but the thing is, while you've desired it, and of course you've never projected that in any of your statements in the past. You're very good at hiding it. But let me say that we need to keep you pure so you can run society in an unbiased manner. Once you have sex, you become a fucking demon. You become a super biased right winger or a leftist chud, and you can be a super unbiased, big brain centrist who is the only one capable enough to run our universal society. And we need to clone you. First of all, what we need to do is genetically enhance you so you become more attractive. You keep talking about that, right? So obviously you really want that. So we'll do that, just for this heck of it, right?
I want everybody to be hermaphrodites. So you'd have to.
Oh, you want everyone to be hermaphrodites? Okay, well, we can't. We need to strip you of your genitalia, right? We cannot have you have sex.
But why? Okay. But you're just saying that. You're stating that. But why are you saying this? I've never said this. You're the one.
I'm giving you my optimal idea for an optimal society. All right, and I'm hoping that you could agree with me. We would clone you, strip your body of your brain, and then. Sorry, the chat's playing voice shit. It's funny. We strip your body of your brain and then put your brain into another flesh capsule. All right, a sexier one with no genitalia, and then you can run the universe in the most rational way.
Yeah, I don't need that. I don't want that. Like I mean,
why?
Like,
you're the only rational person on Earth. You're the most rational person on Earth.
Until
we can find a more rational person in the universe,
but
you're the only one to run the universe.
Within like a century from now, we can just create a bunch of different rational people with all sorts of different genetic makeups and stuff, and just have tons of genetic diversity, much more genetic diversity than we have now.
We need you. We need you.
Yeah,
we don't need to run the universe. We need you to be able to run the globe. Firstly,
we need me to run the Earth. Yeah, we need me to run the. No, we need me to run the Earth for like a little while, and then once we get the sufficient technology, then other people we can just make more rational people, and then they can just run them.
Wait, so then we've come to an agreement. Then you think that you should have unilateral control over the Earth?
My ideas should end up achieving unilateral enthusiasm and support. Yeah.
But then you shouldn't be able to control it.
Well, I should indirectly, right? I should indirectly be able to control it because everybody would just spontaneously agree with me, and so they would do my will without requiring coercion. That is what it would.
You're honestly kind of persuading me. I might start doing your will without any sort of coercion.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. And like Jesus, it's kind of like that. It's like Jesus, he just said some stuff and then people just do it.
You are a lot like Jesus. You're a lot like Muhammad.
Yeah, well, no, he's a murderer. I don't like Jesus either, particularly. Well, Jesus was.
I'm not saying
he was an agent
you're
of the Gorth, unwittingly.
Like Muhammad in the sense. Well, I'm not saying that you're a murderer, but I'm just saying that you're willing to fuck 14-year-olds.
So, Muhammad got married with a 9-year-old, of course, but then potentially that was wrong, apparently. But, yeah, again, very theoretical. Again, so you're then bringing that up again. So you're trying to make people hate me by bringing that kind of stuff up. Again,
I'm not trying to make people hate you. Okay, whoa. I'm just mentioning things that you've said. Yeah. If you think what you've said publicly is worthy of other people's hate,
not worthy.
That is not me making people hate you. That is you making people hate you.
No.
You said that shit publicly.
And I stand by what I've said. I stand by it. But my point is just bringing it up. Like, why did you bring it up? Like, it's not like necessarily the most relevant thing. And
I brought it up because you compared yourself to Jesus, and then I compared you to Muhammad.
Yeah. Okay. So you brought it up. There's lots of other things that we could bring up about Muhammad, but you brought that up.
Well, but you brought up the murder thing, and I brought up the pedophilia thing. Do I agree with Nathan's views? Honestly, he's starting to persuade me a little bit. I don't think you'll persuade me. I don't think you'll persuade me on the pedophilia thing.
It's not pedophilia.
I do think that he should be in unilateral control of the entire universe.
It's called ephebophilia.
I'm an Islamophobe. Oh, okay. I didn't know I was an Islamophobe, but thank you for pointing that out to me.
Ephebophilia.
Now that I'm aware of it, maybe I
What?
can try to fix it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm apparently an Islamophobe. That's
Oh
fine.
yeah, like me. Yeah, of course.
Does he think being attracted to 14-year-olds is a good thing or a bad thing? I think it's a neutral thing.
Yeah.
I just think that he should be allowed to fuck 14-year-olds.
But not me specifically. I'm not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen to me anyway. With me, so like.
Why don't you elaborate on your position? That way, I don't take you out of context.
Because I already have elaborated it, and you've done everything you can to just sort of twist my words. So I'm not sure there's.
I didn't twist your words.
I
said that I think.
Okay.
All I said was that you wanted the availability, you wanted the option to fuck a 14-year-old.
But it's not for me. It's just in general what I wanted.
But is that not true? Was that not true that you would have the option to fuck a 14-year-old?
That would be one of the things that comes with giving the age of adulthood at 14. Okay, but you can also means that at 14 you can drive a car, you can buy a house, you can do that kind of stuff. Okay.
Well, it's not when you're just 14 though. It's because you look fully grown. Am I right?
Well, that was to have some kind of logical threshold. It's not because you look fully grown. It's because you
an
are
abstract standard.
So you can have an actual sort of it becomes less arbitrary. So that's less arbitrary, right? Because how do you determine
it is arbitrary?
But it's less arbitrary because how do you determine what's the ideal age? No, it is because that way. It's the driving thing. Is because like cars are designed for adult people, and so like if you allow adult-sized people to drive a car, then the cutoff is 14-year-olds, and that is why I think 14 is the best. It's like you look at the growth charts. That's when girls stop growing, and when boys are the same size as girls, which is that they're the size of adult women.
God, I hate when you say that.
I don't know why. Like literally, this is just to have some sort of cutoff. Like for abortion, I've said 6 weeks post-conception is ideal because then that's why when you start having a functional brain. So like literally, it's based on biology. So you've got some sort of not too arbitrary criterion to use. You see, abortion at 6 weeks post-conception because that's when you have a functional brain. Adulthood at 14 because that's when you've reached adult female size. That's my logic. That's my point there. That's it.
Yeah. So anyways, that's him in his context. Once a female is fully grown, then sorry, I'm laughing at this guy in chat. Once a female is fully grown, they should be considered an adult, and you should be allowed to fuck them.
Again, of age when the average girl is fully grown. If you happen to be like
the average fully grown. So 14.
So if you happen to be prematurely fully grown,
I'm
not
so
saying
Nathan thinks that you should be allowed to fuck a 14-year-old if you're 60.
Yes, and in fact, it is legal in Italy and Germany, for instance, as well as many Latin American countries.
All right.
And then
I don't know about that, and nor do I really care about that.
Then you just say I don't care. But the thing is that it's true. It is legal. It is legal in those countries. Not just some sort of weirdo country, but literally.
Did you after our last conversation? Did you go and look that up?
What? Sorry. No,
did you go and look that up after our last conversation?
Not after your last conversation. I already looked it up before because I'd already discussed it with some other people.
Germany's age of consent is really 14. It's so fucking gross.
And in Italy too. Yeah. So what is? Yeah. Like, come on. I'm not being that that crazy. Like literally, Germany fucking does it. Okay. So like. Yeah. Come on.
Nathan. If we talked. I mean, you're free on Monday, right? Because you don't do anything with it.
I don't do anything with my life except stream. Yeah, correct.
Yeah. So would you want to talk on Monday about systemic racism since you say it doesn't exist?
Again, probably the doesn't exist would be a mistake. It's not a big thing. It's not as big a thing as
a big problem.
No, it's not even that's a big. Not that it doesn't matter so much that it's. Many instances where leftists will point out that there is systemic racism. Well, actually, I would counter that it isn't necessarily systemic racism.
Going to the past conversation, it is a big problem, enough for you to talk about, that some white kids get bullied by black kids in majority black schools. But systemic racism isn't widespread enough for it to be a big problem.
Oh no. It is definitely widespread enough for it to be a problem and to be discussed about. I'm just providing nuance to the leftist position that sees systemic racism where I think it isn't actually happening. That's actually my position. It's
Where
true.
is it not actually? Well, we'll save this for Monday.
Okay, yeah, sure. But there's not that much more. I don't actually, I don't really necessarily know enough about, because it's sort of hard to find proper data on the subject. And
it's
so
not that hard to find data on the subject. It's also, I agree, you also don't know enough about it.
Again, I didn't say that necessarily is all that knowledgeable, but I know enough about like stuff. I still have I'm more rational. I've got more rational positions on things than other people, and that's really what matters.
You do. I agree with that. You are definitely the more rational person. Yes. I have one last question before I leave and talk to St. Jornley C. Okay. One last well, it's like all right, so sorry, this guy created this account 3 days ago. I hate banning these people, dude. It's so sad. Usually I don't get like people like this in the chat. And usually when I do, they usually just stop talking after a little bit. But wait,
what are you talking about? Enable Joe's saying go to your dashboard settings, moderation, enable email verification.
I don't even
You'll get a lot less trolls that way.
Oh, really? I see what you're saying.
Oh, really? Oh, thanks. Actually, thanks for me, actually.
Oh, enable email verification. Okay, that's cool.
Oh,
I didn't know about that.
I guess that goes for both of you, but it's just kind of helpful in general. But
I kind of like the.
I was in the wrong chat, admittedly.
I kind of like the random people, but let me. I kind of like. I mean, they're pretty easy to ban. Usually, when I'm streaming and I have more people in chat, usually I have like a couple mods on. That's not the big of a deal.
Yeah, but then you also
let me say this, Nathan. Last thing, really quick. Do you ever talk to Frankly Amazing?
Yeah, not much. I mean, mostly I just stream myself and don't really talk to other streamers all that
much.
I'm not.
But you remain simp. I'm not gonna enable the email verification thing. Don't worry about it, dude. I like the. I think there's a lot of people in chat that don't have.
Yeah, that might be a problem actually. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm not going to. Yeah, but I do think it's not a terrible idea. I'm not going to do it. Anywho, do you ever talk to Frankly Amazing? Do you ever talk to him on Discord?
On Discord, no, I've never had a Discord conversation. I've just gone onto his stream a little bit, and he like what came once to my stream. I've been like I don't know 5 times maybe to his stream, something like that.
Would I have a question? If you ever do talk to him, will you talk? Will you get me in the conversation with him? Because I've been wanting to talk to him for so long, and he won't talk to me.
What? He won't talk to you? Why not? Did he say?
Yeah. Because he doesn't want to debate with me. He doesn't want to have a political argument.
You also said that Rob Noor doesn't want to debate with you.
Yeah, Rob Noor doesn't want to talk to me either.
What do you do to not make these people want to debate with you?
I make fun of them.
Yeah. Maybe don't. Yeah, I guess don't do that. But look, I haven't
made fun of Rob Noor for like a year. I haven't made fun of Frankly Amazing in a long time too.
Well, maybe this time he might not.
Yeah, Rob Noor declined to debate me like a year ago because I called him a moron or something.
Okay.
I called him stupid.
Okay. Well, he hung up on me when we were on our Discord chat, Rob Noor, and because I advocated for carbon tax and I explained to him that it actually wasn't gonna harm poor people disproportionately, but
he's really dumb. But you're really dumb too. So the conversation was kind of shitty. I watched that conversation.
You watched it? It was a great. I mean, I was. Yeah. The thing is that he had a lot of knowledge on lots of data stuff.
Rob Noor will debate me. Hold on, Viking Cat's in here. What? Viking Cat, the fucking absolute Chad right winger. Viking Cat is a fucking Sigma male. Viking Cat, will he actually debate me?
Viking Cat or Biking Cat? Who's
Viking
that?
Cat, yeah.
Viking Cat? Who's that?
Don't worry about him. He's a guy that's afraid of the gay agenda. Don't worry about him too much. He's cool.
Okay. What do you mean he's cool? He's
not what do you call a person that don't care about? What do you care about a person that doesn't care about the society but only the individual? I don't know. I'd probably call him a person that doesn't care about the society, only the individual. Because I was going to tell you, but your pool show was crap. Okay, dude. Jesus Christ. You just don't like any sort of like sexual kind of content.
I thought it was kind of entertaining.
Yeah, that's because you don't get laid.
Yeah, but I still was kind of boring.
Girl with boobies there.
But like porn is still more entertaining. You should just go.
More entertaining,
you should just be like a
porn.
porn.
For you, it's for people that are not allowed to see porn. Because their moms restrict their computer access.
Oh yeah, okay. Oh. And I'm the one who's like wanting to do pervy stuff with young people.
You're the one that wants to legalize fucking 14-year-olds.
You're the one who provides pervy content to 14-year-olds. Okay.
Well, I want to talk about Afghanistan.
Well, literally, you did as
it was my
you did your.
That's doing that.
What, your girlfriend wanted to do that stream? She wanted to show her body to everyone to like just to provide
are you
sexualized
her right now?
No, you're the one who's saying that she wanted to do that.
Yeah, wait, she wanted to do what?
She wanted to show her body. Like you're the one who's saying
she
that
wanted to show her body.
Yeah, basically.
Wait, are you objectifying my girlfriend?
No, I'm not. My point is that you're saying that you're talking about the sexualized content, right? So you're basically admitting that the stream was somewhat sexualized based on her her appearance and stuff, and now you're saying she wanted to do it. So again.
Yeah, she wants to stream.
But she wants to stream in a bikini?
Yeah, why not? She wants to stream in whatever.
Yeah, okay, but why?
Why not? Why don't you stream? Why do you like streaming? Why are you streaming in a coat?
Like,
is Nathan an incel? Yeah, he's an incel.
My point is that you're the one who said that it was the sexualized stuff. You're the one who precisely.
Oh yeah, I did say that.
You said that you said to your person on chat. You said to your person on chat that you don't like it when you see something sexualized. So I'm not the one who brought up.
Yeah, that was a little irrational of me to say that. My bad.
So look,
Nathan, I'm gonna make two not declarations, but I guess well, my brain just is not working right now. Okay. Two requests. There you go. That's the word I was looking for. One, that we talk on Monday. Okay. The second request is that you do a stream in a bikini or at least a Speedo at some point.
No.
I thought you cared about saving the universe.
That's not going to help save the universe.
Why not? Because here's the thing. That would save Christian's universe. But the other thing, too, is it would help you get a larger audience to spread your message.
I don't think it even would. Like, how would
and honestly, I think it would solve your inceldom as well.
No, I don't think it would either.
Like, can we see your body really quick before we go?
No. You're just literally trying to get a laugh from me. No, I'm not. I don't do that.
I'm not bullying you, just to be fair, because I'm a white guy. You're a white guy. You know, we're both white guys here.
Yeah, but you
if I was black, to do something else, right?
Look, I know you like saying silly stuff, but like, no.
Well, this is shit this is relevant to shit that you said.
No, I didn't say that wasn't bullying if it's like within the same race. Come on.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just saying, like, would you be able to lift up your shirt just a little bit? Can we see your stomach or something? You
can see my hand. Here we go. There.
Wait, you want to leave? Biking Cat. I fucking all right, listen, I love you, dude. Wait, so Biking Cat, oh yeah, that's right, because you were supposed to get me in a conversation with Rob Noor. He said Discord open to you, so just get wait, so I can get into his Discord? All right, I'll go into his Discord. I thank you so much for that, Biking Cat. I love you so much.
All right.
Biking Cat, me and you, for that, I'll help you fight against the gay agenda. Nathan, before I start my crusade against the gay agenda, can you please show me your stomach just once?
No.
Fuck. All right, well, what if I buy a Speedo and ship it to you?
I'll show you. Dangle the Speedo from my hand.
What if I prove to you that you'll get more views?
How are you going to prove to me? Like, there's literally no way to prove it.
I'll take a survey.
Even that wouldn't be enough. That wouldn't be enough. Literally, the only way to know.
I would watch. You would get one more viewer.
There you go. You get another one.
That's not enough.
Yeah.
That's not enough. I would need like massive.
Well,
huge
okay,
viewership.
not as a joke, not as a joke, but the willingness to engage in partial nudity is a way to attract a potential partner.
As a
That's
hot
true.
girl. As a hot girl. Okay.
As a hot boy too, you don't think guys taking their shirts off at the beach and flex their muscles at the gym and shit to get mates?
You don't think I've ever had my shirt off? Like you don't think? Remember, I spilled my. Well, no, you wouldn't remember, but like I spilled wine on my t-shirt like 5 years ago, and I took my shirt off, and everybody saw it.
Oh, I do remember that actually.
And everybody saw it, and that did not make me unincel. Okay, like it didn't do anything. Like it did zilch. Okay, and
Gotta keep trying.
I don't think so, because then
Yeah.
somebody else literally told me that I was the person that he'd most seen with with the shirt off. So apparently, I'm the one who's actually stripping more than other people, because apparently
Ooh.
this has happened. This has happened
Can you
maybe
prove
even
that?
on, because also in med school, on occasions I'd take off my shirt so people could put their stethoscope on my chest and stuff. So
Oh, is that what the kids call it now? Hey, that's pretty hot.
what?
Want to play
Oh,
doctor?
no, like literally I did that. But the point, maybe I did that more than other time. I don't know. But like literally somebody said that I still was not unincelified, despite one person telling me that I actually had my shirt off more than average.
But I'm
okay?
just hold on. I'm just saying. Well, you guys don't think that I wouldn't fucking. You guys don't think that I would do a bikini stream. You guys don't think I would do a stream in a fucking speedo or a bikini. I've done worse shit than that.
No, I think you would. I think you
Yeah, I
would.
would 100% do that.
Yeah,
I'll do it for a fucking charity thing. You know what? How about this? I'm saying it right now. I'll set up a charity stream, and because I actually have been wanting to do a charity for a while. I'm not going to disclose any more information than that, but I will say this: I'll make one of the rewards that once we reach a certain point, that I'll fucking wear a bikini or some shit, right? And I've already worn like women's clothing multiple times in the past in public. I fucking went to my college campus at the park on my college campus and wore like women's Gymshark pants or whatever and a fucking sports bra, and I did a whole workout video.
Okay, that's cool. I mean, good for you. But
Yeah.
you're just.
I'm not, there's nothing to do with you, Nathan. I'm just my chat's telling me I should
Okay.
do a bikini stream.
Okay, well,
Yeah, by the way, tell Nathan to get out more, be active, and learn to socialize. You get more friends and a lot of hot babes. That's actually true.
Yeah. Again.
As long as you don't talk to them about the Gorth.
So actually true.
You save that for like the second date.
You say actually true, meaning that the whole taking my shirt off thing wasn't actually true, right?
Yeah, sure. I do actually think that you get more views if you do a stream in a bikini. That's not a joke.
Yeah, I might agree with that, but
getting a bigger audience will help you save the universe.
But if I want to save the universe, I also need to project a certain amount of seriousness so that people take me seriously and actually end up enacting the stuff that I want them to do. You have to take that into account. Okay.
So be really serious. Just wear a bikini.
That's no, like it has to be serious also in sort of overall the way you present yourself, including like what you wear, including like wearing a bikini.
Why aren't you wearing a suit?
Who says a bikini is unserious? The people that come for the bikini and stay for the brains are probably the people you want around anyways.
Big true, dude. That's what I did during the bathtub stream.
Okay, imagine once I'm world famous, and then people see the old streams when I was streaming half
implying
naked.
that you'll be world famous.
But I have to think like that. That's the entire purpose. Like if I don't become world famous, there's absolutely no purpose in doing with a stream. Okay, so like literally, I have to think like that. I have to think about what's going to happen if I become world famous. Okay, and so I'm thinking then they're going to show these streams. It's going to be embarrassing. I'm going to be like, he like sold himself for the more views and stuff. Like no, I'm not doing that.
You're not selling yourself for more views. You're using your hot body to get a bigger audience to save the universe, Nathan.
I don't have a hot body.
And well,
anyway.
we don't know that yet. We haven't been able to qualify or quantify that.
Okay, but I know it. So and
well, that's a little selfish of you, but okay.
And even if I did, I still, again, like I'm saying, I don't want to have be that guy who like did the sort of half naked streams. Like that's not the image I want to project. I want to project an image
I
of
want to be that.
the respectability of the most
okay,
rational
Nathan.
person in the world. Okay,
Nathan, I will save the universe for you.
You know, it's like did Jesus?
I will be that
didn't
guy.
do. Jesus didn't. Yeah, okay, so you can do half naked streams if you want to. Maybe, how about you do that? Okay, you do your naked
To be
streams.
fair,
You do your naked
Jesus didn't have to do. Well, I was like, Jesus didn't have to do half naked streams because he could literally use magic.
Yeah, true. And that was the Gorth, of course, they gave him the magic, which is why I
He
don't like
clickbaited people. He clickbaited people by turning fucking water into fucking orange juice.
Absolutely, and that's sort of one of my biggest disagreements with Genus is that he's used the power of the Gorth unwittingly to clickbait.
Yeah,
No.
we gotta talk about that.
I got a serious question. Is the Gorth related to the Demiurge from
Oh,
Gnosticism?
no, it's not. I mean, you can find similarities there. You know, that recognition that the sort of, you know, the more concrete, visible God, like Abrahamic God of the Old Testament, is like is the sort of evil entity. You know, that there's sort of that aspect, that basically the recognition that God is actually evil, you could say. And for me, God is and the devil is actually just two sides of the same coin. It's a mythologized explanation of what is actually happening, which is the Gorth.
The
right?
Gorth.
So, yeah.
God, that's so fucking big brain. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Jesus, that is the thing, by the way. Jesus was clickbaiting people in real life. He would like clickbait people with the fucking, he turned water into fucking cum, right? And everyone came around and like, oh my God, look at this guy. He's turning water into semen. This is crazy. And then he's like, hey, by the way, guys, did you know that you can accept Jesus as your Lord and Savior? And they're like, God damn it, this is a clickbait into a fucking religious indoctrination.
But
fuck it, I'm in. I want to learn how to turn water into cum. This is crazy.
You know, I was Juan already was into, you know, because I've been sort of aware of supernatural phenomena for a long time, but before realizing that was entirely caused by this evil thing called a Gorth, I thought maybe I could actually progress so that I could actually use a supernatural phenomena myself, so that I could do Jesus-like little stuff to clickbait.
Why not use the power of the Gorth to teach people about? You could be like a demon hunter in World of Warcraft, right? You use like the power of the demons against the demons. Why not you use the power of the Gorth?
Because you
can't. Can
can.
you turn me into a woman right now?
No, because you can't. Because the Gorth is much more powerful. It literally just does it. If you do something, it's actually the Gorth that's doing it. So it doesn't work. It's like literally, like you can't. It doesn't work.
Wait, then how are you actually projecting yourself right now?
I am not. Like I say, I don't have sort of supernatural abilities. The Gorth is able to do supernatural stuff too. So it's able to give. It gives omens to me. It can give omens to me. It can make like prayers and stuff.
Wait, what kind of omens? Fuck, there's so much shit. Okay, listen, Nathan.
Yeah.
We gotta continue this conversation like on Monday.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to talk about so many things with you. God, you are such a fucking intellectual giant.
You can't get enough of me. Yeah, I know.
I really can't. and to be fair, for some reason, you also can't get enough of me.
That's true. Very true. Yeah.
Yeah. You really, really want attention.
Need each other. Yeah, I absolutely do. And you brought me more viewers, so yeah, definitely.
Probably not the best thing. I honestly think that you'll get more serious viewers if you wear a bikini rather than you getting more serious viewers from me making fun of you.
Oh, I may be possible. Well, why then do we not see much more like hot male streamers in bikinis? Like why?
We do. Not in bikinis, but we see them. We see like
not bikinis, mosquitoes or whatever. Yeah, but you don't see that many. Like why is this still a pretty fucking rare thing if it was that sort of successful?
Because no one was smart enough to tap into the market yet.
You really think so? And you really think that there aren't that?
Do it, Nathan.
Again, I think you're just trying to make me look like a fool. Honestly, like even though
I don't think so. I think you could tap into it. I think you could revolutionize the market.
Yeah, the other problem is that now I've actually even got a rash on my chest, and so that's kind of the bummer. So
that's fine. That can be covered up with like makeup or something.
No, like
once you become a global superstar, you'll have makeup artists to deal with shit like that.
Yeah, like actually
better yet, you have people to modify your DNA to so you will never get a rash ever again.
Not that soon. But
That's it. Okay.
not that soon. But yeah, no, I think if it wasn't for the rash, I'd actually seriously consider it. But being the way things are, also that I've lost some muscle mass. So when I was sort of better, I could have, but like now, no, I don't. No, but even so, no, I don't want that my image. I don't want that to be associated in people's minds. Like, ugh, no.
I think that's better than the other things that people are associating with you. But that's okay. Nathan, I'm gonna hang up. But do you have anything? Right. Do you have any last thing that you'd like to say to me?
Just join my thing and believe in me and make the universe great again.
I believe in you, Nathan.
Thank you. Thanks.
All right.
All right.
Goodbye.
Talk to you soon. Bye. I'll stop the stream now, actually. I even forgot that people are still watching the stream. Yeah, it's now 8 p.m. here. I started streaming, I think, about 6 a.m., so I've been streaming for 14 hours, almost without interruptions. So I think it's probably time I stop streaming at this point. Yeah, I would say. Maybe only 13. I might have started at like before, like sometimes between 6 and 7. So, yeah. Yep. Thank you, any person who's still watching my stream. Just thanks for watching and maybe see you around. Bye.